Hey everybody, welcome to episode 99 of the Unity Gaming Podcast. Today is February 6th, 2014. I'm Kumar.
I'm Riccio.
I'm Dan.
I'm Somppi.
How you guys doing?
We're all hanging out together,
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah.
You said, Richard, you said it was like a month ago, right, that this happened?
Yeah, it's been almost a month because there was 1 week where we tried to podcast and that failed. Well, it was not a month, sorry, it would be 4 times because there was one day where we tried to podcast and it failed. And then the next day, Dan and I tried to do it, and I believe with you, Kumar, is what happened.
Yeah.
And then
Something like that happened.
And then the week, which was the week that just passed, wasn't so bad as well. However, for those of you watching this podcast on YouTube, and you're like, wait, why did the one just come out yesterday? Why is there a second one out? What's happening? Last week's podcast failed to upload multiple times, so they're both kind of, last week's and this week's are kind of going to go out at the same time. So we didn't just double podcast this week. Should probably explain that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things are going exquisitely well for uploads. But anyways, what have you guys been doing this week?
You want to start us off,
Yeah.
Dan?
Oh.
Or Richie?
No, I was
I
going to
think
say you,
someone else
Kumar.
should start it off.
Go for it,
I
Kumar.
normally start it off, but
Okay.
Dan's
So-
currently playing a game, so. Oh, if you guys are wondering what's in the top right, we got VVVVVVVVV
oh, you
being
mean
played.
WWW
Yeah, WWW. Brought to you by Dan.
or just V?
Kumar, go for it.
So I played a little bit more Smart As.
Oh, yeah?
Played some more Spelunky. Played
Yeah.
some more Sly Cooper.
I have a quick question about Smart As.
Mhm.
Yep.
Is my score still there? Because I was in top 4% in Ottawa.
I'm sure it is. I haven't
actually
actually checked. I don't know if there's I think I was mentioning this last time, but I don't know if there's like a local scoreboard, or sorry, a local leaderboard and a global leaderboard for
Yeah,
just your
There's
daily
local and
thing.
global, yeah. From what
I know
believe.
there's one for like for the Street Smart challenges, but I don't know about the other sort, like the daily challenges kind of thing, or daily training rather. I'll take a look a little later on when my Vita's alive again. Right now it's dead. But I played that. Played, like I said, Spelunky. I'm really getting back into high score chasing in that game. I am the third in the world now.
Are you doing dailies, or are you doing...
Did you say
I'm doing a little bit
third?
of both. Dailies I'm kind of forgetting about because usually what I'll do is, like, I don't have all the time in the world to kind of sit there and play through a full Spelunky round.
Okay.
So I'll play dailies whenever I can, but for the most part, I'll play through however long I can, and then I'll put the Vita to sleep and pick it back up a little bit later.
Yeah, can we go what you just we quickly lost over there? Did you say third in the world?
23rd.
Okay.
23rd.
Okay.
So the 20 disappeared. I thought you said third in the world, and you just kind of, like, we just kept going. I was like, wait, what?
No, 23rd.
23rd is still pretty goddamn good. What the fuck? Like,
Well, man, what pissed me off is that I died in the stupidest way. I think I told you guys when this happened, but I died in the most ridiculous way, which I guess tends to happen in Spelunky, but
yeah.
it frustrated me because I'm 23rd in the world having not beaten the last level. When you beat the last level, you automatically get another 100k,
Okay.
and you get, provided you have enough bombs, you can pick up all the gems underneath Yama's throne.
Okay.
And that's worth like another probably 50 or 60k, maybe even a little bit more. So I missed out on, like, I would have been top 20 had I actually been able to get through that last level.
Aw, brutal.
Yeah, so it was frustrating. But I'll get back to it, and I'm sure it'll happen sooner rather than later.
Okay.
So that's been fun. I picked up FIFA 14, but I haven't opened it yet, and I'm still kind of debating whether or not I should keep it.
Okay. Are you a sucker for the football games?
Well, they're cool. I mean, I haven't played one for a long time. I think the last FIFA game I played was probably 11. It was 2011, I think.
That's not a
So,
long time.
to be
you know
able
what
to
the last
play it-
FIFA game I played was?
NES.
02.
98.
Oh, jeez.
Something on the PC at some point.
FIFA 98.
Well, what
Yeah,
it's called
O- O-
Fifios,
02
actually.
was on the PC, I think.
Okay.
The disc is at my grandfather's place.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, I think this would just be cool to check it out, just because of the fact that it's next gen, and I'm sure it'll probably look awesome and play really, really well.
I have one
Cool.
tip to tell you about FIFA games that I've heard about, actually.
Yep.
Essentially, Kumar, what you're going to want to do, though, when you're playing FIFA is just keep your finger really close to the share button. Because essentially what you want to do is you want to deke out all the other enemy players by, like, having your physics explode out into weird things where your
Nice.
shit goes in all weird places, and not actual shit. They don't. The characters in FIFA are not advanced enough to shit on themselves and stuff. But
They haven't added the shitting
no.
physics yet.
That'd be
Then
weird.
I can share it with the world, then, basically.
Yeah,
is what you're
perfect.
saying.
Yeah, and then you win. That's how you win.
Nice.
My favorite is where the guy
Camera.
like scores a goal and starts yelling, and his jaw just drops to the floor. And it looks like some satanic soccer player.
I like the one where there's like two dudes, like they run and then like he like pushes to the ground, but he falls, and it looks like they're just kind of like making out and like pushing each other off, and like it looks like it's getting really intense,
Really hot and heated.
You're like, whoa, FIFA, please. But
My wife's home.
but yeah. So you haven't opened it up? You haven't even tried it yet?
No, I haven't tried it at all.
I've heard all the sports games that came out. Cause you got it at the PS4 version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard all the sports games on the PS4 actually look pretty crazy, or any next gen console, but.
Yeah.
Sports games now apparently look fucking crazy, and I haven't played them in a
So
bit.
that's kind of why I wanted Kumar to keep FIFA, because I do want to borrow it at some point just to show my dad, because he'd kind of care about that stuff.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
He's a sportsman.
No, I think he appreciated a really good looking game that isn't necessarily about shooting motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Well, what if in FIFA I told you that it's Grand
FIFA Auto?
Grand Theft.
Actually, my dad really likes Grand Theft Auto, so maybe my shooting motherfuckers thing is not entirely a solid theory.
Oh, okay. Well, does he like FIFA the bodies or something? Like, does he kick them around? Some weird shit.
My dad plays Grand Theft Auto like you would expect a person to play Grand Theft Auto, like just fucking running around, fucking killing pedestrians.
Oh, wow, I thought you were gonna say like a person, like someone driving carefully. And, you know,
Actually, I have a buddy who, like, when he plays GTA games, actually, when he plays any open world games, he follows as many rules as he possibly can, up to and including like road rules.
Who's this?
Where
Your
he'll
dad?
stop at a red light and everything.
Is this your dad? Who are you talking about?
It's just a buddy of mine.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you watch him play GTA, you'll probably get frustrated because he's nice to everything and everyone.
Remember when Eleanor first came out? It kept like telling you like drive correctly because you got to be like a cop. And I tried doing it, and then after like a mission or two, I just started going off roading with the car and stuff. Just didn't give a fuck. I was like
Driving through a suburban neighborhood.
No, I still have to go finish that game. I still haven't finished it. I heard that game has a pretty intense. Yeah, see, everybody does that when I tell them that, except for you, probably doing that about the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to finish.
What were you saying about the game?
Never finished Eleanor before.
I haven't either.
Oh, okay. We can equally go.
I started trying to do a thing where it was like, I played a third of this game in like a sitting, and it's wearing very thin on me, so I'm going to try playing like an episode a week, like it's a TV show or something, because it's formatted to be like that. But then I played an episode and then didn't play the week after.
I played
Fuck
it like
V, man.
I played it like I played Heavy Rain.
We should point out that Dan is playing a rage game pretty much, and he's doing very well.
Yeah, Dan's a master.
Yeah. So Kumar, have you been playing anything else?
Yeah, I played a bunch of stuff actually this week. I
Go for it.
actually went back. Are you ready for this? I actually went back and I played a little bit of Uncharted 3.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Did you play it on hard and say you hate the game like Riccio?
No. I've smashed those games on crushing, so that doesn't bother me. It's more for the co-op stuff. I didn't realize there was so much DLC.
Oh
So-
yeah, I guess so. There's a lot of
There's
that
a
free
ton
now.
of
or-
shit.
Yeah, they made it all free.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was gonna say even the like multiplayer side of it is still free. I think.
Well, it's free. Yeah, it's free to play. But you have to buy into like more higher level, or no? What do you have to do again? You have to. It's
I
free.
think you can
past
play
this-
till level 20 or something.
Yeah, that's what
If
it
you
is.
rank up to level 20, and then I think if you want to keep going, but otherwise you can just keep playing it. So people who just don't really give a shit about progression, they can, I think, play it indefinitely, however long they want.
Okay.
But the DLC is pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of just crazy co-op stuff, and I mean, the co-op in the game is legitimately fun when you have friends to play with. So it was cool to kind of go back to it, and the coolest part rather about like the later in life PS3 console or PS3 titles is that it reminds you that the console is still really, really good.
It's still a decent
PS3
looking
still
game.
holds up. Yeah, like those games have aged really well, and I mean they're not even that old. I think that was what 2012, 2011.
Yeah.
Dan, help me out here. When did that game come out?
2011.
What game? Sorry.
Uncharted 3.
Uncharted 3.
2013.
2011.
I feel like it was 2011.
Yeah, because 2 was 09.
Nathan Drake for president.
So there's that. Played
That
played some
came
more
out when
Roguelike.
I met you guys in college there.
Yeah.
So that 2011 matches up with that.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Late 2011.
Played some more Rogue Legacy.
Oh my
I can't
God.
wait for that game to hit the Vita.
Because that's when I'm going to play it, so I'm excited for that.
It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun.
No, it was
And the funny thing is actually the most fun I had this week playing a game was CS:GO, and it wasn't so much the competitive matches with you guys or like with Skinned and with some of the other gang, but yesterday actually myself and Zyler we jumped into a match, just a private match, and I threw on, like I added 10 bots to my team and I added 10 bots to his team. And have you guys ever seen what happens when they're trying to be tactical?
No.
It's the most ridiculous, stupid AI I've ever seen in my life. They swarm like you wouldn't believe. So to put this into perspective,
which game is this? Sorry,
this is with CS:GO.
Oh yeah, no, they're special.
Yeah, so you just go into a private match and you add bots to both sides. And so for example, he was terrorist and I was CT.
Yeah.
I bought an op for the sake of it, and I stood mid. And you know, like that small little crevice right at T spawn?
Yeah.
That leads into mid?
Yeah.
The entire team swarmed through there. So what do you think I did?
Just sat
Like
there
a
with an
multi-kill?
I just kept shooting right through. And the funny thing is that I got a couple of double kills where the bullet just went right through and killed two of them at once.
The thing is with bots is sometimes, like, if you get killed around them, they don't usually react. They'll, like, stop. And it's like their coding is assessing the situation. But by that time, they're dead. Or you're just loading up, like, another bullet for, let's say, an op or something. And
So this was on Dust 2?
This was on... Well, we played a bunch of matches. And, I mean, it was fun because... You know how you can take over bots if you've been killed?
Yeah.
It was literally just a shit show in a race to see who could kill the other person's team quicker. And it had nothing to do with skill. It had nothing to do with, actually, I guess there was skill involved as well. But it's funny because all of those bots just swarm, right, on both teams. So you'd see, like, you could almost tell exactly where, like, so from my perspective, I could tell exactly where Zyler was. And from his perspective, he could usually tell where I was just because I wasn't, like, we were standing out of the team, out of the swarm, right? But it was so much fun. Like, we played it for a good 2 hours or something. And we were laughing the whole time because of how dumb everything was.
So... With that, what
the fuck are you laughing at?
I'm gonna put that on screen right now. Somebody took a picture and linked it.
So my favorite thing about the bots, especially on Dust 2, is when you're playing a competitive match. I don't know if it's just that one, like that map, but there's always one bot. If you lose someone who's trying to bum rush mid, and you see me do this a couple of times, Kumar, where I'll bum rush mid with a Tech 9.
Yeah.
And you'll just murder everyone.
And I'll murder the whole team as they're trying to cross over to B.
But the bot will be the one who kills you?
Yeah, but the bot, like, on their team will just, like, ace me. It's like, oh, okay. Thanks, bot.
I remember back in Condition Zero when they first introduced bots for the first time to Counter-Strike.
Actually, wasn't it... didn't Condition Zero come out after 1.6?
Yeah.
Because I feel like 1.6 had bots too.
There was bots in original... There was bots in original.
Yeah, but it was a mod.
You could download a waypoint pack for bots and then install a bot file.
Yeah. But I mean, like, just built in directly to it. Okay. Zero. And what I used to do is, I think like the matches were 16 players max. I'm sorry, I can't do it anymore. Stupid picture. No, I'd put, like, let's say it was 16 people in the match, or like 18, whatever. I'd put like 15 people on one side, which were all bots. Give them the ability to only use knives, and then I just hunt them with like scouts or omps or something.
We did that. We did that game, and we called it Zombies.
Yeah.
And so like we played modded Condition Zero, where you could put more people into the round. So it was like 25 versus 25.
Yeah.
And you just have like 2 or 3 people on the CT side, and all the terrorists would be bots with knives running around trying to kill you. It's great. And you had to, like, we put it so you had no cash, so every kill you had to, like, you could buy a new gun with the amount of cash that you got from the kill. So it was like you could go around and keep buying, like, shotguns would move up and, like, move up to, like, sniper rifles and stuff like that. It was great.
There's a lot of fun you can have in that game just by playing around with the options.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's absolutely amazing.
Fucking video version of this.
So
there's so many video jokes going on. I'm sorry, audio people.
Kumar, so you played Counter-Strike. Do you want to tell them about the match that we played 2 nights ago?
The one where you were just going to town on everyone's face with the Mag 7?
Yeah, it was fucking great.
But see, here's the thing. So you did that, and Dan pulled something exactly the same way with the Mac 10.
Oh yeah.
So I went and bought a StatTrak Mac 10. Just
what the fuck is happening with that video? Oh my god, I'm sorry.
It's great.
So
we make no promises to audio listeners.
Yeah, we don't.
That Mag 7 match was just stupid because I'm convinced you only bought that gun maybe 3 or 4 times in the entire
bought it
side.
Twice.
Okay, yeah. So I thought it was kind of ridiculous, but it was hilarious because of all the shit you were getting away with and how no one was ready and no one was prepared to deal with that nonsense.
Yeah, I think I ended up that match before I got banned with like 30 1 to like 4 or something.
Your
Yeah, it was
fucking
something stupid.
banning
It was great.
hilarious.
And that was the best part I was on the terrorist side. You can't even buy that gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was magical.
That was fun though. It was hilarious. Like when we got to, so one of us was dead and we got to watch your kill cam. It was the most amusing thing in the world because you were messing up the way people were playing the game. Legitimately, they had to rethink what they were doing because you were on the field with a Mag 7.
It's pretty great.
Let me explain what a Mag 7 is. It is a short shotgun that has 5 shots in it, and it tends to destroy face. And it's a counter-terrorist
the
gun.
clump of like the bullet clump on that is normally just like the size of a chest. So if you're pointed like lined up the chest directly,
yeah,
you just fucking like
Just
one
murder
shot.
someone.
Yeah, it's just like a 1-hit kill,
Which is exactly what you were doing to everyone.
pretty much.
Oh, that was fun.
During that match, I was joking around and we started a new round and I stabbed Kumar and got a 7-day ban again.
Another 7-day ban.
Was it me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he stabbed you.
Oh, yeah. You knifed me right in the face and I
Yeah.
had like 4 health for the rest of that round.
Yep.
You were alt-tabbed or something, and Devin did not like that. Devin figured, hey, I'm going to stab Kumar.
Yep. Pretty
tell
much. So I've noted to myself that if I wait a significant amount of time, about a minute, I can stab you without being booted instantly.
What I really don't understand though is why it kicked you because it's not like you had killed me.
No, you just did like a slight amount of damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm like, man, like what the hell? Like that seems
Zero
so
tolerance.
excessive. Seems so excessive.
Yeah, it was a little bit much, but
7 days, man. Jeez.
yeah, whatever. I've got that second account now.
I was just gonna say, I love how your reaction to that was not, "Oh, this sucks." It was, "I'm gonna go open up a new account so that we can keep playing."
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Devin's addicted. I think it's
Which
actually.
worked.
I think it's actually kind of cool that a lot of us are kind of getting really into Counter Strike. Because
This past week has been Counter-Strike and StarCraft for you and me, Riccio.
Like the thing that I find to be insane is like I'm actually getting good at it.
yeah,
Like that's the thing is like every round that
Actually-
I play of competitive,
I don't even think that's fair to say. I think you were always good at it. I just think you're getting better at it.
like I'm always top ranked or like now my kill to death ratio like a normal match would be like 27 to 10 or something like that. Like the most ridiculous one I did was 37 to 4.
That was our match there,
Yeah,
right?
that was on Nuke 2
yeah.
or no, on Nuke
Nuke.
the
Yeah.
second round that we played. Yeah, it was
There's
like
a
30,
nuke too.
No, I think man as well.
Yeah.
Did he? Did you?
What?
I have no idea. Did you say
I
Nuke?
really like
Yeah.
nuke.
Yeah, Nuke is really fun.
Yeah.
Nuke and Train I think are my favorite. But
So-
I've never played Train.
ooh, Train's good.
Train's
Train's a
pretty
good match.
decent. Though the
Good
AUG now is completely overpowered with Counter-Strike.
Yeah, so they put out a patch yesterday, a pretty huge Counter-Strike patch, which added stickers, which you can now add to guns. You can also scratch the stickers off, which I think you can scratch the sticker and then put it onto another gun, but every time you do that, it gets it worse and worse until it destroys it or something.
I've yet to get a sticker.
Yeah, I've yet to get a sticker as well. They probably sell for a lot because once you get it's like a little sticker capsule, then you have to use a key to open it. They can't just give it to you.
Yeah.
So
Good way to
introduced
make
that.
cash because it definitely
Yeah, they've
dumped-
done that. They've done a really, really good job with CS specifically and just
dumped-
making it a cash cow.
Yeah,
dumped
exactly.
a lot of money into that I'm not proud of, but
So pretty much, they've added that. They fixed they added some stuff with the Deagle. But the main thing that they've changed right now is if you're playing Counter Terrorist, you have the AUG, which is the buy, and then you hit 4, then 4. If you're Terrorist, it's the SG552, I think.
yep.
Just B and then 4 and 4 again, which is the two kind of scoped rifles that you can get. And right now they're super overpowered. Where the point where I can't tell if they were always one-shot kills if you hit them in the face. The AUG,
No,
I think
it was a 2-hit.
I think the AUG always was though, but I'm not sure. But right now, what happens is they tweak the aiming on it, where if you're pretty much standing still and you just full auto with an AUG, it always hits like the same position. Especially if you're scoped in, the like shot spread or whatever is like still it's like a laser fucking straight, and it's really ridiculous. So right now, everybody's using it because it's like having an AWP that fires full auto because it's a single shot to the face. So it's pretty fucked. It's really fucked.
It
but,
really wrecks people.
yeah. So that's what everybody's rolling around with right now, and
I feel like it was never like that before, right?
No.
No.
The AUG was like if you needed a mid-range weapon that had decent accuracy, and
Yeah.
you could never like it wasn't a spray and pray kind of weapon where
oh yeah,
if you used it like you had to gently click that mouse because if you didn't, it was just going everywhere. It was bucking
Yeah,
around.
just gonna-
the thing is they're trying to make the SG and the AUG more of a gun that you want to use because no one would ever really use them. Like, you'd always stick with the M4, and hey, if you happen to have more money the next round, you just go straight with an AWP or something or an auto sniper. And And right now they're trying to make it so you want to use the AUG, except for I think they went a little bit too far because now everyone's just buying those weapons. So everyone's saying like give them a few days and they'll freaking lower back down. But I think they'll find like a sweet spot, maybe make them a little bit less powerful and maybe or higher the cost on them a little bit or something. But
you just got to find some way to balance.
Yeah, they got to balance it. It's kind of cool. At least I realized that I never actually chose to ever buy those guns, and after using them today, it's like I can't recall if they were actually this crazy before, or now it's just that someone said, "Oh my god, the AUG's overpowered." So now everyone's using it, and I don't know.
They were pretty like accurate beforehand. Like if you were gently clicking it, like I use the SG a lot. Like I've got a stack track version of it, and I've probably got about 250 kills clocked on that.
Okay,
so I use it a decent amount, and it's actually pretty good. So I definitely recommend it.
Okay. But anyways, so yeah, game got patched, pretty crazy. But yeah, no,
I like the look of it with that new patch.
Yeah,
like all the different colors and stuff for people.
They
That's just handy.
They made it slightly more Dota-y. But
it's a good idea.
Yeah,
because you always had to like if you're playing a game with people on Skype or something, you always had to ask who was coming up on you and like, who's coming up. Oh, I'm by double doors. Yeah. Okay, like
they have a blue circle or something.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't know if I like it is that the enemies pop up as diamonds now on the
thingy. That weirds me out.
I'm confused by it sometimes, but I think I also noticed them maybe a little bit more. It's really weird. Like I don't know. I'll just have to get used to it, I guess. But no, they're still making that game really, really cool. I'm really glad that they really went fully into like the esport feeling of that game. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm really glad that I got into it because I feel like the more I train at it, like Kumar said, like the better I'm getting, and the higher rank I'm getting placed at. And every time I get into that like higher rank, I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
So I just like keep trying, even though it like will bump me back down if I lose a lot or whatever. So it's pretty. Plus, like, yeah, skins are kind of a gimmicky thing, but like,
once you have enough, you're just like, now you just don't care. Like I feel like I don't care about.
I think I'm at like 72 different skins.
Yeah.
Like unique ones, not including the doubles I've got.
I have 5.
Yeah. Nice.
That's because I just bought 2.
Nice.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's pretty good. So what else have you been playing, Kumar?
Actually, today I started Metro Last Light. So I joined the Swamps Guild here and taking on the monsters or whatever the hell is waiting for me in this game.
The mutants.
Did you ever finish Metro 2033, Devin? Or did you just jump right into Last Light?
Which one did you end up getting stuck in?
I got Metro 2033. I got stuck in.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why is because I was at I think it's like the 3/4 of the way through the game, you have to go back outside again.
Yeah.
And I went from a railway or a metro and like didn't buy enough gas masks, so I'm stuck at like just like maybe 10 minutes out into the open area, and I'm like frantically trying to scrounge for gas masks, and like I'm just like running and dying, and it's like I can't fucking do anything about this because I'm playing on hardcore. It's like, yeah, you died, start again. There's no like, oh, hey, like, we'll give you an extra gas mask, or we'll start you at 2 minutes instead of 30 seconds, or, you're just fucked. So it's kind of broke it for me.
Kumar, if you really enjoy Last Light, what's fun is that if ever you go back and play 2033, the games are different, but they're not nearly different enough. Like, it's just the shooting feels a little bit different between both of them. If you enjoy Last Light and you're enjoying Last Light, I highly recommend you check out 2033 somehow. Whether you play the console version or whatever. Do you have an Xbox or a 360? I forget.
I do, but my 360 is like I packed up my 360 as soon as I got my PS4.
Okay. No, I was just wondering because I do have the 360 copy of Metro 2033 if you ever wanted to try it.
Okay.
But,
just wait until the summer sale.
Yeah. Then again, I could always just give it to you for your like on Steam or something. Like you could just share it from me or something. But
yeah,
it was actually like 2033 was on Plus.
Yeah, a while ago though. Like back when I was the only member here.
Okay.
Okay.
But if you definitely crave more of it, 2033 is really awesome, and I highly recommend playing it.
Like I recommended before, hit that Stalker franchise. That's
you
seriously
said that a bunch
like
of times.
if you like the Metro games, like it's an open world, but you can breathe. You're not stifled by the gas mask aspect of it. But it's like you can still check your like compass, and like there's kind of like a journal going on, and there's all these like hidden backpacks everywhere. There's gear upgrades. You can modify weapons. Like they've got like a kind of partial crafting system. Like it's pretty sweet.
I'm actually really surprised that like Metro Last Light looks pretty good on the PS3 too.
Oh yeah.
I was saying this to you before we started, but like I can only imagine what it looks like on a decent gaming rig.
4A Games or companies like 4A Games or like CD Projekt, like with Witcher and stuff. I want to say like indie, but it's not really indie. But those
not,
like,
they're not AAA.
Yeah,
like,
those smaller like companies or teams make such amazing games with their own engines. It's insane. I love. Yeah, they're pretty amazing. But
so far I'm enjoying it. I'm probably an hour in now.
Like
the mechanics, I feel like the aiming's a little bit strange at first, but then you get used to it pretty quick. And
it's classified as hyper realistic, so there's bullet drop in it, and they do the same kind of thing that like Battlefield does, where like if you're aiming a distance, you kind of have to adjust for wind and things like that if you're up on the surface. But most of the time, you don't notice much of it, to be honest with you.
Well, like I said, you get used to it, and then
it's
not like it's any different than, for example, like Killzone or something. So
yeah.
But no, I'm glad you're actually playing it. I'm glad PlayStation Plus put that for free. I can't believe the freaking games that PlayStation Plus is putting for free. When you consider that this month, what is it? It's Dead Island.
This and Infinite, man. This a BioShock Infinite?
No, but like on Xbox 360, it's Dead Island and I forget the other one is. But if you count on the PS3, you have BioShock Infinite, you had Metro Last Light, and then you're currently getting Outlast for free on the PS4. Like, it's mind blowing already how much shit has already been free on PS Plus. It's freaking crazy. It's
awesome, man. There's a lot of value here.
Definitely. But anything else you've been playing?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Aside from little stuff like FTL and again more of the usual that way, but
okay.
This is the only new thing.
I want to point out that last week how you mentioned you talked to me about a game called Tukaden.
Yeah. I think it's Tukaden. Yeah, we had this conversation back last week as well. But
I'm going to talk about other games later, but like just to mention this because you were talking about last week. Have you actually played that at all, or have you?
No, I haven't even checked out the demo. I have the demo and everything, but I haven't played it yet.
Okay, so that game is like a Monster Hunter game, like we were talking about last week. It's a little bit more dumbed down. In Monster Hunter, you kind of have to deal with, okay, there's the world I'm going into. Is it too hot, so I have to have a cool drink to keep me cool? Is it really cool, or is it like an ice planet, so I have to, or an ice area, so I have to have a hot drink to keep me warm? Or like, do I have to keep my blade sharpened? Like all that stuff in Monster Hunter isn't in this. It's just kind of like go and slay monsters or Oni or just like these weird demon things. So it's kind of dumbed down, but it's still really cool because they added some RPG aspects. Like, hey, the more you use a sword, the more it levels up. Instead of in Monster Hunter, you'd use a sword to kill the monster to get his bones and grind the bones to upgrade your sword, and like there was more grinding. But anyways, I ended up playing like 4 to 5 hours of that fucking demo. I finished the whole demo. It's a whole chapter, and it goes until like chapter 2 of the game, and then right before a boss fight starts, it just kicks you out and says like, "Thanks for playing," which I forgot I was playing a demo at that point because I was in.
What's cool is at least your progress is going to carry over, right?
Yeah, exactly. So. That's awesome. And I played with Slayer a little bit this week. We tried some multiplayer. When you go into multiplayer, it's completely different missions, which I think is similar to it's similar to Monster Hunter as well, which that had harder missions and stuff in multiplayer. But the funny thing is, those games are so similar that even when you play Monster Hunter online, what happens is when there's smaller critters, like smaller little not gremlins, like goblins or like shitty spider people, like that's not the boss. Yeah. Their position is different on both Vitas. Like I'm fighting him and he's in front of me, so he sees me swiping. He's like, "What the fuck are you hitting?" Then I kill it, and then on his screen, wherever it is, it dies. And it does the same thing in Monster Hunter. If you're playing it on Wii U, if you're playing it on PSPs or Vitas or not Vitas, but it's whatever the hell you're playing, it's like that. And this game does that same thing, except for when you're fighting a boss, it's like telling you exactly what's going on, and it's all the same. But it's just weird. Like the game is so much like Monster Hunter, but it's really goddamn good. It's really goddamn good. And I'm still wondering.
I downloaded the demo. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
How many players co-op is it?
4. Ooh. Yeah. So I really want to get into
the next Soul Sacrifice, where Kumar plays a fuck ton of it, and we play a little bit.
Yeah.
He never plays with us because he's so over leveled, and then we stop playing.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like I want to get it, but I don't want to get it because one, I know it's a fantastic game, and I know I would enjoy it. However, I don't know when I would play it. I'd have to like set myself like a.
Because you already have like a crazy backlog.
Thing is, I don't play my Vita when I'm at home a lot, and that's the type of game that I would not play out on the go because I don't bring my Vita out on the go.
Because it's for serious.
Yeah, it's for serious. So the thing is, I'm telling myself maybe I'll just pass on it, and instead I'll just start playing some Monster Hunter with like Dracula or something. I'll play Monster Hunter again on the Wii U because I definitely want to play more of that. So I don't know what I want to do yet, but it's too bad because that game is really goddamn good, and it's out next week, so I have to decide quick. I'll probably pass on it though. But
I was gonna say even then, it's not like it's going anywhere, right? So
no plus discount. What were you saying?
So then whatever.
Yeah,
I was just saying it's not like it's going anywhere. So even if
that's the thing.
like, the next week you're like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna. It doesn't make sense for me to play it, then
Exactly.
or buy it, sorry, then you can always get it at another day or something.
And who knows, it might get a PlayStation Plus discount at one point, or it might actually just become a free game or something. Like, I don't know. It could be pretty cool. But no, I think it's pretty goddamn awesome. That could actually sell a lot of freaking Vitas if people like. The thing is, I feel like no one knows about that game. But if
it's all
people,
over the Vita subreddit, like people.
Is it now?
People
It's already
Good.
selling a shit
People
ton
have
of
been
Vitas.
Good.
anticipating.
Good.
this.
Thank God, because that it's a pretty goddamn good game. Just want to mention that. But yeah, do you want to talk about Dan what you've been playing or?
It's mostly been stuff with you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, Dan. No, keep going. What have you been playing with us?
I played some StarCraft with you.
Okay.
I played some Counter-Strike with all you guys.
Okay.
I of course played some more Magic. I tried the Magic Online Cube, which is overwhelming to say the least. The other one's probably overwhelming. Like,
What are you talking about? Yeah. No.
Yeah. Go on, Dan.
What's up?
there's some good screenshots that video people should probably appreciate. Super hard to concentrate.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Hold on. Go on. What you're playing? Sorry. I'll shut up for a little bit.
Hey.
I've played a little bit more Tomb Raider.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. That's a good game.
Have you? How far have you actually gotten in that game?
What's the part? I've gone into like the enemy palace to like save my friends.
Oh, okay. Wow, you actually making some pretty good progress in that game then.
Oh yeah.
How long
I've
is
been
that game,
playing
man?
it.
12, 14 hours? More?
Okay, so it's
That's how long it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I've played on this definitive vid. There's because I almost like I won 100% of that game on PC except for all the little GPS caches. I just didn't do the final like 3% of that game or whatever. So there's a lot of stuff.
I'm sorry. This is so dumb. I have to stop. It's the video version is
the
so
areas in that game is just kind of me steamrolling through it, and then just like secret, kill guys. Okay, next area. Like it's
Because you've got everything already down.
I remember most of it, even like weird things. Because I remember hunting for the things that are in weird spots.
Okay.
Or like looking for like where's the tomb around here, like that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of like, okay, yeah, I remember after this part. So much material for you, Riccio. I remember after a certain part, it's like, okay, you're gonna walk over this bridge, but I know if you jump off the bridge and walk through this tiny little waterfall where you can't see a cave, there's a thing in there.
Oh, okay.
Like so it's stupid little stuff like that because I almost 100% of the game on PC.
So
right?
the little things you've got down pretty much.
Yeah, everything is. Yeah, it's. I'm not playing it on normal again, but it's. I know what I want out of the combat, and because I know where all these little secret things are, usually every secret has like one of the crates with salvage in it, and the first upgrades I got were like get more salvage out of crates and stuff. So right now I just have something
rolling
like,
in it.
I have like 2,600 extra salvage, and everything's fully upgraded where I am.
Jeez.
Just because I've been getting everything as I go.
So if you were playing for your first time, like where should you be, or where does the game expect you to be at that point?
I feel like while I was playing through the first time, I never had an excess of money.
Oh, okay.
There was always stuff to upgrade, and I always needed more salvage.
And in this case, you're just
I have there's literally nothing I can spend that salvage on right now because I have to progress further in the game to unlock things to buy with that salvage.
I feel like I went through a similar thing where I had a lot of salvage, but then at one point I wasn't upgrading guns for some reason, so I was waiting for a certain upgrade. Like, oh, I want to wait till I have the rifle one to make sure I have enough salvage.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll stop upgrading stuff. And then once I did it, then I was stopping. Like, then my amount of salvage started going downwards, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't have enough to get upgrades.
I feel like I spent my whole original playthrough like that. Just like I just
didn't have enough.
Didn't have enough. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Tomb Raider's pretty good. I'm hoping to get a HD copy thingy soon from Kumar. Thank you.
If he doesn't shoot it with his
if he
gun.
doesn't murder it and blow
That'd
it.
be great.
But yeah.
Did I don't remember. Did I threaten you with breaking the game or something?
Yeah, multiple times.
Okay,
son
cool.
of a bitch.
Just making sure. Did I point a gun at it as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I think so.
Absolutely, he did. What do you mean you think so?
I don't know.
I had a picture on my phone of him.
Just making sure.
Oh my god, so dumb. Oh my god.
What's happening?
Nothing at all. I'm actually excited to see what it actually looks like running. So I've only seen it through Dan's stream. I don't actually know what it looks like in person, but I'm kind of excited.
It looked really good when you were streaming it.
Yeah.
And you said it was like a great improvement, right?
I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, it runs buttery smooth, and it plays well. I had a lot of stuttering when I played it on PC because I don't think my PC could quite handle it. So I was playing on like lowest settings, and it wasn't really running that well. Like, I didn't have the what's it called? PhysX?
Yeah,
Tress effects. That's
Tress
what it is.
effects.
Yeah, right.
I didn't have that turned on. The game looks really good, but you can really tell some things. Like they redid Lara's entire character model for the game, but then some next level shit here. Really they redid her character model for the game and made it like look next gen, but they didn't do any other character.
Oh,
so when she's talking to people in cutscenes, it is like watching a last gen new gen comparison video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a little much.
I'm so sorry. Anybody listening to the audio version, this is the worst podcast.
What audio version at this point?
I guess so. But
Actually, the new blog is going to be live in like
days,
12 hours.
Oh, great.
Though it's a horrible disaster right now because I don't have a background on it. I don't have any pictures on any of the posts, and I don't have any MP3 files. So,
which I will provide all of them.
You can get on that.
Give me an FTP server, and I'll boom them all. Boom all of them. But other than Tomb Raider,
it's been a lot of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
And the MAC-10 is my favorite gun ever because people just don't fucking... Those oppers that are fighting you guys at long range don't expect me to just fucking run up in their fucking face.
Okay.
And empty an entire clip into them.
I just completely forgot about this until you mentioned oppers. When we were playing that match where I got banned, Riccio and I bought ops, and you guys just ran B on the terrorist.
Oh, yeah, and you guys were watching A the whole time.
We were just watching A and mid the whole time, and anytime anybody poked their head out, it was like insta-killed. And I got to the point where they weren't crossing mid, and they were hanging out in CT spawn, just like waiting for you guys to
like 2 or 3 of them would always go B because we were always walking B.
Yeah.
And then eventually we started cutting down through tunnels instead of just going straight into B.
Yeah.
And they could kind of like go around behind them and yeah.
It was a pretty interesting turn of events when you've got 2 guys on your team with oppers like watching one side of the map.
We had that shit on lockdown.
Yeah, there's
I find it crazy how because I know, Devin, you've been I know we're going back to Counter-Strike, but I know you've been playing a lot more Counter-Strike than I have right now. And it's kind of intense to not, because I play a lot of different shit as the week goes on. I don't constantly just play shooters or whatever. And it's so insane how, let's say like today when we play a match, we didn't play anything else. Like we maybe tried like a match or something in League because of Jake, and then we went into Counter-Strike, and if I do that, I feel like because you play a lot more shooters, like you can you get into it a lot faster than I do. But I am so fucking terrible at that game. I don't play often. But if ever like I'm just getting off a cast where I just finished like Warframe or we just played Quake Live or something, like I go into that game, I'm just like beelining shit and stuff. I wish I played more Counter-Strike, but now I'm trying to play way more StarCraft. And I can segue.
We have had some fun playing StarCraft.
I was gonna say I could segue into playing and talk about StarCraft for a second because I've been trying to get back into StarCraft to play the game seriously.
Why did you guys have been playing together? Is it like you're playing on the same team kind of thing, or what?
On Counter-Strike or StarCraft?
No, in StarCraft.
Well, Riccio and I played, and Dan played 3s and got shit kicked every time.
Nice.
And then we played this really weird modded version of StarCraft 2 that was like it's like a World of Warcraft battle.
Just time out really quick. Every time I'm putting those pictures on the screen, for some reason I imagine that. I don't know what the fuck it was from, like, was it like Major's like
Brady Bunch?
I was like dun, it's like dun, 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 dun. I don't know, it's like some fucking trumpet ass song with like shit popping up, and it was like fucking, I don't know what movie it was from, but it was crazy. I just waiting for that shit to pop up. Fucking music go along with it. Motherfucking was music.
What the fuck are you talking?
You're so dumb.
Yeah, you're so dumb, Riccio.
Sorry, continue. So what are you talking about?
Talking about how we play StarCraft. You're playing singles.
I'm playing singles a lot more often because I fucking
really?
hate the threes.
I've only played 2s with you.
Yeah.
Much, or the 3s we did with that.
I played some campaign of that because I bought it like last week or this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I bought it
2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago, and
I think
decided,
it's the week that you weren't on the podcast or whatever's Dan 9 Kumar, I think.
Yeah.
So I remember you being at school and be like, "Yo, I just bought it." I was like, "Yeah," because that was the first time you got your 7-day ban.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So you had to find something else to do.
Yeah, that was the funny thing. I was like, I need something to play instead of Counter-Strike. StarCraft is kind of competitive, and it has ranks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm shit at it, so I'm gonna drop $40 into this game.
It's worth it. It's worth it. That game is fantastic.
Yeah.
Whenever I've been trying to get back into it, and when I used to play, when it was only Wings of Liberty, so the first, like, just the original StarCraft 2, when there's no expansion, I started at bronze and I played Protoss and I switched to Zerg, and then I started getting really good at the game until I got to platinum, and then I tried super freaking hard and I hit diamond at one point, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then Heart of the Swarm came out, and I'm like, you know what? This is my time to just get really hardcore into this game and not stop. To which I stopped very quickly, and I think I was like platinum maybe, or I was gold or something, which is like this is like the ranking divisions and stuff. So then I stopped, and I stopped for multiple months, like upwards of 5 to 6 months or almost a year. And I went back, and it's like, hey, you're a bronze player now. Like, you play like garbage.
Oh yeah,
and
I forgot about this.
That's the message that you got.
Yeah, well, it was just like
You play like shit.
I did like a the what was it called, those matches where the placement match, where it's like, oh, you haven't played in a while, like it's a new season.
Yeah. Fucking casual.
Well, it's like, oh, it's a placement match, you haven't played in a while, let's put you up against someone really easy. So I demolished this person, and then the game was just like, oh, okay, that was a bronze guy, so you could beat a bronze guy. You're probably bronze. We'll throw you in a bronze. So which I was pissed at. So I'm like, yo, I gotta work my way back up to being platinum, or at least gold. I'll be happy with gold, but bronze, I can't have that be the main thing that's on my like account.
Bronze level.
Yeah, bronze level. So we played 2s and stuff. We did 3s. And I'm like, you know what, fuck you guys.
We got placed in silver, didn't
Silver
we?
when we did 2s, yeah. And I'm like, oh, you know what, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go do a 1 really quick. I'll see what happens. I went against some dude who was like seriously actually bronze, which I am definitely not. I demolished his face super hard, and the game didn't even give me like another match to stay in bronze. I was like, get the fuck out, going to silver. Like, just you have got to progress right now, because the score difference was way too intense.
We can't have you playing against people trying to cannon Zergs.
Yeah, exactly.
He tried to cannon Zerg?
Yeah, he tried to. It just doesn't make sense, because for people who don't understand why you can't cannon Zerg, you can't. Zerg has the stuff that builds out of the base called the creep. You can't build like a Terran structure on it, or a Protoss structure on it. And cannons require putting a structure and putting cannons around it. So he could only put cannons on the outer edges of my base in very unimportant locations. And I was like, yeah, sure, you can put cannons there. I'm just going to build over here, and you can't do shit. But yeah, no, there's people who play in the lower brackets tend to try to do cheesy stuff, which
pisses me off.
More often than not does not work if you know how to deal with it.
Counter it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you guys might hear a lot about StarCraft and I guess Counter-Strike, but I'm going to try and make my way back up to gold or at least platinum. So
nice.
I'm not going to broadcast any of it because I feel like I suck way too much ass. And I feel like when I'm playing a game like that, and I know people are watching, I tend to be overly
angry.
Not overly angry, but overly
vicious,
aware of stuff. And then when I mess up, I'm like super aware. I'm like, oh fuck, like I don't want to do this. And I hear people, I look at the chat and people are already like, people who actually played are telling me tips or something. I'm like, no, I know, I should have done that. Fuck, god damn it. Like I feel worse when I lose. And when I win,
that's a game that's a little bit more relentless too.
Yeah,
if you screw up, people will call you out on it so quick.
Exactly. That's why I kind of, especially now that I haven't played it in months, like I don't know any of the builds. I don't know anything that's changed. I don't know what the state of the meta is. Exactly. No, but so I'm just kind of still playing as if I'm playing.
2 SCVs,
I should just
and then a supply depot and then a barracks.
I should just start
SCV, and then it's all fucking fun and games from there.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to get better at the game again before I delve into the craziness. But StarCraft is still really good. I'm really enjoying it. 3s are still garbage though.
BS. BB.
What's still garbage?
Playing 3s, because what happens is when you play like 1v1, it's all you and it's all that other person's skill. Like there's nothing else. It's just you guys.
2s is kind of like the same idea, but there's less craziness that can happen because there's still only 2 people.
And the thing is, in 2s, the bases are normally always still close, so it's possibly like, oh, Dan's getting attacked, like I can get there and help. Like we're always kind of close. But the second you go into 3s territory, the bases are a bit more spread out. Sometimes you have bases that are all 3 together, which is cool. That's still fine. But what happens is on most maps, you'll just have it. Sure, certain things counter certain things, but when there's 3 like
3 different things hitting you at the same time.
Say you have 3 separate bases. Like I have a base, Dan has a base, Devin has a base, and we're building up our armies, but we don't know who's gonna hit, and we're kind of like, okay, in a second we'll hit. We'll hit in like, let's say a minute. We'll go and hit them. So our armies aren't together yet. And then suddenly, while all of our armies are alone, I start getting hit by 3 other armies. By the time they come in, half my shit or all my shit is dead. Then it turns into a 2v3 of the armies. So it's fucked at that point too. Like it's just sort of, it's more just like a Zerg at that point where just people just start throwing shit at each other and hopefully you just had more. There's less.
And it never works out.
Yeah,
that way.
It never works out. So I like ones because there's nothing else. Like if the dude tries to hit you, it's all he has and you should be up to that point as well. Like it's, I don't know, it's more fair and equal. But yeah, I don't know. I really like StarCraft and getting back into it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I tend to play a shit ton more.
I haven't played that game since February of 2011, I think.
Oh man, StarCraft 2 or StarCraft 1?
No, StarCraft 2.
Do you still play like matchmaking and stuff, or?
No, like I said, I haven't played that game in however long.
Oh, okay.
Like when did that game come out?
That is a good question. I'm gonna say 2010. I'm gonna say 2010.
I'm gonna say 2010.
Let's find
September
out.
or something?
2009 maybe.
20. What the fuck? No, it's wrong.
2009.
Okay,
2000.
announced on 2007.
It wasn't released.
Released 2010
Yeah.
July.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't
It's
played it
pretty
since then.
pretty cool.
Is that it, Dan? That all you've got?
I think so. I'm playing V right now,
V.
which seems to have died.
Oh, that's true. That's a whole lot of true, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. And I'm gonna say the capture card broke.
Cool.
There you go.
Hey, I don't know how long it was off.
No,
I don't know if they saw my momentous victory of that really hard part.
I'm sorry. I don't think they did.
Well,
Way to go, Riccio. What'd you play this week, Somps?
I actually played a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. I guess
Why
we'll
would you
start.
not be honest?
I don't know, because maybe Riccio's a liar. Obviously.
Sounds about right.
So I actually ended up playing a something that I swore I would not finish, but ended up finishing.
His pants.
What?
I finished BioShock Infinite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I told him to text us when he finished it. He didn't. He didn't
No,
text
I
us.
just went to class.
What a piece of shit.
That game got. I like the story in it, but I don't like the gameplay itself. The vigors didn't. There wasn't enough varying gameplay for me to change up the vigor strategy I had.
You're not. Yeah, you're not.
I wasn't challenged throughout the whole game.
The thing is that there's enough vigors.
Because reasons.
No, but
You're meant to only like kind of stick to a couple of them.
Yeah, but like even still, like I got the one that I like so early in the game that it just like everything lost the appeal to it, and it was clearly there were clearly a couple of moments where I walk into an area and it's just open with chest high walls and like some ammo over in the corner, and it's like, okay, time to get a fight on. Like I'm gonna put this cover down and I'm just gonna do what I need to do. And I've also found that the trap system that they had, where like you could charge up your vigor and use that on the like on the ground and like set a trap for people.
Yeah,
they never fucking worked ever. And so it always ended up to being like I use some of my salt to lay down a trap where I think AI would go, and they just wouldn't hit it. So the combo that I ended up using was the hand cannon, which is like a big ass revolver. It's a 6-shot, and it pretty much wrecks face.
Okay.
If you hit somebody in the head with it at medium range or even long range, it's like insta death. Or even like one to the chest would kill someone. So I ended up getting that and using that with the lightning vigor, because that just like that would stun people, and I got the upgrade that allowed it to chain up to 6 people. So
I play that game. What figures did I use?
So like legit, I just used that, and then I used the bucking bronco one. And what I would do is
the Bronco one where they kind of float in the air after one point when you upgrade it.
Yeah, and so what I would do is I'd chain together lightning, shoot the like people that I could until the ammo ran out in the hand cannon, then Bronco everyone, reload, lightning, and just like drop them.
Me was like Bronco, Raven,
and crows.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Me was Bronco, Ravens, and the fire thing. Like,
yeah, so like it just It
I'll
lost.
let you know what I end up deciding.
Like it lost all appeal about halfway through the game for me.
So that's the thing, is that every vigor is awesome, but the thing is that you tend to, like you said, you tend to enjoy one and then latch onto it and be like, oh, well, I don't need to use any of the other ones. But everybody, like, they're all awesome. They're just, you'll find one that you just like, and it's like, well, why the fuck would I use anything else?
Yeah.
It's the coolest for
Devin,
me.
I can explain to you off cast reasons.
Fair enough. I found it really interesting near the end of the game where you kind of got the one that added a magnetic shield.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
I thought that was pretty neat. Just because it was like I used that a couple. Like you can charge it up and collect all the bullets that they shoot at you.
Skinned. Sorry, I have to say this. I don't watch Super Bowl, but I recognize
beating.
this. Skin says, at least the Broncos were actually good in that game.
I get it, because Broncos were the ones that lost, right?
Oh, they lost brutally. Like it was a beating.
Get it, you guys? Kappa? Because I don't want to say Kappa.
What? Fuck. I died.
So that game's got a great ending, but it's a little bit overwhelming without going into specifics. To say the least, it's a little overwhelming. It definitely... I got a little confused about 5 minutes into the ending, and then kind of like had to pause it.
That's why you're supposed to text us.
I paused it and was like, okay, I now I get it. All right, let's keep going with this. All in all, like I definitely think it's a great game, but I think the gameplay is definitely lacking. The special units, I guess we'll say, like special enemies, the different variety in them, it's not bad. I definitely wish that they had more special units show up at the same time instead of just like 2 of the same special unit roll up. I wish there was like kind of variety of like.
I actually hated the fuck out of the special units, and like any of those special dudes that would come out, whether it would be like the Lincoln things or whatever the hell, it would just be like, oh great, now I gotta shoot like 30 extra bullets into you guys, and this fight's gonna last even longer.
Yeah.
Or you have like the big, what are the worker dudes called?
The handyman.
Handyman, even fucking worse because you're like this, like you're just dodging back and like going whatever, and you're like, oh, here's this millions of shots.
So the thing that I found worked really well for the handyman was yet again the lightning bolt, because it made him kind of put his hand up and just fucking walk up and put I put the revolver in his chest and unloaded all 6 rounds, and like maybe 8 rounds he'd be dead.
So you were on normal to which it would take like 20, 30, which is shitty. I like the ram thing against those guys because they'd punch and they'd ram and then it would like fucking glitch and you just go flying and you're like, yeah, oh, I'm dead.
Okay, so did you find that the executions were a little bit hard to get sometimes?
No, I got them super often.
I was playing with a controller and it was a little bit much sometimes where you like click the thing in, like
I just always hold the V like, oh, this is gonna be good, and just.
But so what would end up happening would be like,
I never did that.
Really?
It's on the controller on PC version. It's like it doesn't like really register.
Yeah,
like,
so you click it and like half the time you'll just smack them in the face and they'll die, or then like the other time you'll do it. But the worst is when you're doing an execution and someone will come up behind you and try and fuck you. And so you're halfway through. You're halfway through.
Were you playing BioShock? Were you playing BioShock?
Fuck you up, sorry.
Okay.
And so like halfway through the animation, you would like get messed up from behind, but yet again you regen health so quickly, and Elizabeth keeps throwing you so much shit all the time. It doesn't really matter. It like the combat becomes completely moot. I feel like it just became a time filler.
That's why we told you to drop it down to easy, because it's just like just finish it. Right, because it's not.
I think I'll platinum that game.
Playing it at the end, like
but I liked it. I definitely will not go back and probably ever play it again. But I might play the DLC because that was. I feel like that could be pretty interesting, especially where they went with it at the end. So.
Yeah. In other random stuff about BioShock, they've announced that the DLC is coming out March 21st, I believe.
Oh, nice.
23rd.
Thought it was 25th.
25th? Sure, 20 something.
Late March.
Be the
Burial at Sea.
Yeah, that was like
2.
Beneath the Sea. Yeah, Burial at Sea Part 2. So,
yeah, it's pretty decent.
I played.
Well, wait, what else did I play?
Good, Devin.
I played a fuckload of Don't Starve.
Okay.
Like. I'm talking. I probably clocked easily 12 hours in it in the past like 5 days.
Did you play it before this, or was this like your first time?
I played it on PC, but I never really got into it.
Okay.
What I'm actually doing is I'm streaming it to my Vita when I'm laying in bed watching TV.
It's a good way to do it, man.
And it handles so fucking great on the Vita. Like it honestly runs amazing being streamed from your PS4.
The fantastic thing about it is that the like things that the stick clicks and the like other triggers do are just not even fucking.
Yeah,
you don't need them.
No, you don't. And so it's really simple to navigate through the menu and don't starve and to move around. And I like that it's generated and I'm like learning things each time. I've yet to get past day 4. I just can't seem to do it right now.
Oh, so you're garbage.
Yes.
You'll find like that one thing that helps you blow through it, and then you'll get to like day 10, day 15 so easily.
Yeah.
So like the thing that I don't understand is the sanity. It always goes down if it's dark out.
Yeah.
But how close to the fire do you have to be to get it up?
Oh, the sanity only comes back.
It doesn't go up.
It's only if you pick flowers.
It like equalizes.
Okay, so picking flowers increases sanity.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you turn
and
the
also
flowers,
you can turn, I think it's 20 flowers
Into a
into
garland. Yeah, I've got the garland.
And so if you have the garland in like the middle of the day or while you're around the fire, then your sanity will actually raise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because something that I have been doing is I've been wow, that is the best GIF ever. That is pretty phenomenal.
I'm sorry. All this stuff's being added to the it's all gonna be on the video version, so people don't have to worry about clicking these links if they're watching the video version.
Yeah.
But
so I ended up playing a bunch of Don't Starve, and you know the pig people?
Yep.
I kept building my house beside one dude's pig place and like feeding him seeds and carrots and stuff. And then I went down below in the like kind of bottom half of the map, and I ended up finding out that not all pig people are friendly.
no, yeah, some of them will
Were
be
they
like,
werepig?
get away.
I was not aware of this because I walked up to this pig person, fed him a carrot, and then he stabbed me
For
in
the
the face.
king!
Yeah,
Oh shit!
just fucking killed me.
I didn't know that could even happen.
I was super pissed.
I led a tree guard towards a group of those pigs and just got the fuck out of there.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so do the tree guards randomly like? Is there any way to tell them?
It's a fully grown tree will turn into a tree guard if you chop down too many trees around it.
Oh, okay.
So you can kind of prevent them from showing up by stopping trees from becoming like fully grown ones.
Yep.
So kind of harvest trees at their like second or third stage where you still get some stuff, like enough logs where like is it like at the tree's first stage you get like a log.
Yeah.
And second stage you get like a log and an acorn, right?
Yeah, and then third stage you get a like 2 or 3.
Yeah, whatever. Like get it at the stage where it gets you a lot of logs, but
Don't let it go. So what I ended up doing was I chopped down a whole bunch of trees, and one of these guys spawned, and I tried attacking him, and he killed me. So the next game that I played, when the next one spawned, I was prepared for this and had a torch. So I lit him on fire. And then that caused a forest fire, which then burned down all the trees in my general vicinity.
the only way to stop one is to kill it. And I think the tree guards were ruining my experience of that game because they kept killing me. So I went up and read the wiki on them, and it's like 145 hits to kill them with a spear.
Fuck that.
Yeah, so you can either lead them towards other stuff, which they will fight and kill and then stop chasing you, or the things will kill it.
Yep.
Yeah, the green guy fucking falls off, you fucking idiot. I think you're so fucking good at V. Oh no, don't.
Oh God.
I screwed up your entire train of thought. Take that, bitch. No.
No, it was the tree guards. The only way to stop them chasing you is to literally stand in front of them and start throwing acorns into the ground and planting trees. Be like, no, wait, look.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because then they'll sit back down. So you still can't chop down trees around them, but
Oh, okay.
you can make them be like, no, look, I like nature. See, I plant trees.
Planting. So, I'm really enjoying that game. I'm finding it pretty neat because I haven't looked up anything on the wiki, or I'm not like looking up any crafting recipes. I'm just kind of.
I haven't looked up anything but the tree guards because
I'm just kind of going off of what I can find. So I'm actually pretty enjoying it a lot. So, it's pretty cool. Oh,
I can't wait. I hope you get into it like hardcore.
I definitely am because like I said, like I keep my Vita beside me in a docking station on my bed. So every time I wake up, I just turn on my Vita and it's already loaded into my PS4 with Don't Starve already loaded on it. So I play it every time I go to bed.
Cool.
And it's getting to be a little insane because it's causing me not to sleep. And so I'll end up like staying up until about 2 a.m. playing.
I think I know why you're not sleeping though. Because when you're playing it on the Vita, it's actually only at 30 frames per second instead of the required.
Well, I'm sorry. It still looks a gorgeously smooth game.
I'm just being a bitch.
Yeah, you are a bitch.
Yar. We didn't play Assassin's Creed this week.
I actually did.
You didn't.
I played a little bit of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but that got boring real quick.
Yeah.
Very great game.
I'm trying to think what else I played. Oh, played some more Battlefield 4. That game is still pretty decent, but I've learned that I'm still I'm shit at it again because I haven't played it in a while, and I'm not used to using a shooter on a controller.
I don't remember if I actually remembered to mention last week the community month that they're doing for that, or did I mention it?
I feel like you brought it up.
I feel like I brought it up.
But you hadn't, like, the month hadn't started back then.
Yeah.
So you hadn't played any of it.
Yeah, but did I explain what you get and stuff? Or
No.
Battle pack each day.
Yeah, battle pack each day that you play. Every time it records a match. If it's a weekend, you get a silver battle pack. If it's a weekday,
you get a bronze.
Monday, Friday, you get a bronze.
Is that why I keep getting bronze packs?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was fucking great.
No. And
The reason that's good is to play on a weekend and put on my second to 200% boost.
Yeah, I think it's double XP weekends every weekend, but I'm not sure. If so, that's pretty sweet. I have like 6 25% and 150, and I'm like keeping that 50. Cause
I've got 4 50s now and 2 25s.
I've burned through those things so fast, but I keep getting them back. Like I opened a battle pack, a bronze battle pack, and it was like 25, 25, 25, and a silencer. I'm like, can't just give me a 200 like that.
I keep getting laser sights for some reason.
I've yet to get it too.
The
I love that tri-beam laser.
The laser sights that you get though, they're either different colored or they're a different style one.
Yeah, but they're for guns I don't have.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. But they're still pretty cool. But yeah, Battlefield's still pretty good. The new patch that they just put in actually fixed a few bugs, as well as if you're playing Conquest 64 player, you might have noticed, at least on the PS4 version, the frame rate is a lot smoother. There's a lot less shit going. Even if there's a lot of shit going on, there's a lot less frame drops and all that crazy stuff. So I don't know about if you cruise missile a building and it goes down to 1 frame a second for about half an hour, but yeah. But another question.
There's a push.
Oh, okay. I'm also going to save this question for later. Awesomeness, Jack. Yeah. So it runs a little bit better. It's pretty awesome. But yeah,
I definitely have been enjoying it. I've just been playing some team deathmatch. I played a Conquest today that my team got shit on. Super crazy. It was on that Parcel
Storm, yeah.
Parcel Storm. Yeah, it was not a good match, just put it that way. It was a pretty intense beating. But besides that, it was actually I'm enjoying it. So,
still loving it.
Yeah, there was other stuff that I played that I just can't think of it now. Yeah, go ahead.
Anywho, this week, I'm officially in like about to be 1 week into my 365-day challenge for streaming. Today is currently day 6 during this recording, but tomorrow's gonna be day 7 and officially a week. And hell yeah, yeah. So what I've been doing is for the past few weeks, Monday to Friday, I've been casting from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Eastern, and 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. Kind of makes it so you can finish games. And I'm really happy with that because my Steam library was kind of getting retarded and there's a lot of stuff that I always wanted to finish, but I never took the time to sit down and finish because I'd kind of play something and then something else would come out and I'd play something and something else would come out and I'd play something and nothing would get done. But now I'm like, no, I'm going to start something and I'm going to finish it. With one exception.
Yeah.
Because this week, one of the games I started and wanted to play was Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Which is the game that came out back in 2010, 11, 2010? 10. For 360 and PS3, and the PC version just came out recently this year, and had all the DLC on it, had everything. It was called the Ultimate Edition. It was something that I was actually pretty hyped for. Hearing Dan, before I remember you kind of said like, yeah, you should play it. Like, I heard good things about it. I didn't hear it was like too bad. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm getting excited to play it. Excuse me, hiccups. And I kind of always had a thought in the back of my mind that maybe it was going to be like Castlevania-y in a way that I thought maybe to get like weapon upgrades or like certain things you went through where your guy would kind of get a little bit better, or you'd like level up, or there'd be a little bit of RPG-ness to it or something. And when I started playing it this week, I was unpleasantly survived at everything. Survived. Wow. I survived the game, yes. No, but unpleasantly surprised at most of the stuff that game threw in my face.
You mean you didn't enjoy being
I did not
slapped in the face?
I did not enjoy that game. So first things first, I didn't finish it. And I don't know how exactly I introed this very shittily, but I started playing Castlevania Lords of Shadow this Monday. And what was that? Oh, sorry. Thought you were pointing something. I started playing Castlevania Lords of Shadow this past Monday. And I got 5... No, what did we check? I was at chapter 6, I believe. I was about to start chapter 6
you
in
ended
that game.
up at 5-9, I think, is where we figured out that you were.
Yeah, before
5-7?
5-7? Okay. Before I got angry enough to quit out of the game and delete something, which is the first time ever that I've actually done that to a game. On cast, especially, because I think for anybody who's been watching me for the past few years that I've been streaming or just from these podcasts, every time there's a game that is even kind of quote unquote, let's say like remotely garbage, I still enjoy it. I always try to find something that's really cool about it and kind of just play through it anyways, because every game tends to offer at least something that's really decent that I really enjoy. Man, Castlevania Lords of Shadow is, to me,
a big pile of
most fucking garbage game I've ever played in my entire goddamn life.
You're an idiot.
And I hate to say that because
played Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 3 was bad, but Assassin's Creed 3 was playable. This was playable as well, but I felt
you've played way more garbage games, just not with the expectation.
It's like I think it's the expectation, but also the annoyance that Castlevania Lords of Shadow did was so in your face the entire time. It's as if during the creation of Castlevania Lords of Shadow, every game designer, every programmer, whatever, everybody who was working on that game had an idea for a type of puzzle they wanted to put in that game. And it's as if internally there was, when they were throwing around each puzzles and all the puzzles and all the little shitty things you had to do, they kind of want to one-up themselves and be like, oh yeah, when you guys have to try and figure this one out, you'll never fucking do it. So I'm going to make it stupid shitty and it's going to fucking be really retarded. Because going through that game, there's so many little fucking frustrating things. And I feel like the past few podcasts I've actually complained about stuff like FIFA Beyond and all this other stuff. But anyways, I'm going to complain about this for a little bit. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to back it up. It's completely before I get into stuff. Castlevania is similar to God of War. It's similar to, let's say, like Dante's Inferno or Devil May Cry and a lot of other games. It's an action adventure, action slasher, hack and slash.
Character action game,
I guess is the proper term. Except for similar to something like God of War. I think God of War is the best comparison to it because Devil May Cry
God of War is like the character action game.
Yeah, but the reason I say God of War is because with Devil May Cry, you kind of have a camera that sort of follows behind the character. Dante's Inferno would be also close, but Dante's Inferno was enough of a copy of God of War that I kind of consider it God of War more than Dante's Inferno.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So what God of War did it so fucking well, and what I mean is that God of War, you're presented with these crazy vistas where you get these really cool shots. You're like, holy fuck! Even though you never have control of the camera because the right stick is always dodge. In fact, right stick in Castlevania does fucking nothing except for clicking it in to suck in things, which is the worst idea as well. Which sucks in magic and stuff. Anyway, you're presented with these cool areas in Castlevania, and then the camera just has some of the worst control or worst auto stuff ever. Like it'll pan, but then it does like this Resident Evil style, like, oh, you entered this part of the room, clip to like another thing, but then you're pushing left, and then it like fucking flips up, and then you kind of get stuck in like
it's weird because it's inconsistent. Because sometimes it'll keep you moving.
Yeah.
But other times you'll just go like.
Yeah. And what I found really weird is I was playing the PC version. I don't know if it was on the console versions or it just happened to me, so I don't know, whatever.
I have finished the 360 version of this game.
Okay.
For people wondering.
So here's the first thing. PC version actually runs really good, looks pretty amazing. Except for when it cuts into a cutscene, which it does very often. It goes to the console version where everything gets super jaggy and the frame rate looks fucking weird and shit. You're like, oh.
See, I can't tell because that's what I...
You'll notice it when you play it on PC, though.
No, I played it on PC.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, remember I said I got to the...
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. But anyway, so, yeah, no, the camera's really weird. So what happened is when it would transition, what would happen is similar to, like, a game like Super Mario World, or not Mario World, Super Mario 64, or something where it would change the camera. It would kind of like, you're pushing left, or maybe Mario's not a good one, but you're pushing left and it would change the camera. And if you're still pushing left, it would just consider that you're still, like, in that direction. It wouldn't flip it. And this one sometimes is when the camera swaps, it's like the control hasn't swapped yet. So I'll be like, okay, no, I got to change the push down. But even though the camera swapped, it's still going in the direction of the other thing. Yeah, so I'll push down, and then I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, and it's, oh man, there's just, yeah, there's just so much. So there's like that. I'm gonna try to nitpick the random crap that I can remember right now because it's just off the top of my head. So there's like the camera was really bad. When you're playing God of War, and I'm going to compare it to God of War like crazy right now because I feel like that's a
that's fair because I feel like that's what they were going for.
So with God of War also, I'm pretty sure Kumar can totally agree with this. God of War, you're showing like a fucking like crazy palace, and you start from like let's say the outside of it, and during your journey, you are running up to it. You are going to climb it. You're going to go to the palace. You are present during the entire travel.
Yeah, it's a big deal for them actually.
Yeah, like you see a Titan in the distance, you're like, holy fuck, no way it's gonna come here. It comes, you're still fighting, you get onto it, you go, you're just like, there's no cut. Castlevania bothers me because what happens is that most of the game, between levels, there's like a narration little fucking tome thing where Patrick Stewart's talking to you, where it sounds like he's like crying almost, like, Gabriel was going to, like, I don't know, I can't do it. It's like an old man like fucking dying
further into the forest.
Yeah, exactly. And then I can't remember. Gabriel reminds me.
But also, that's just how Patrick Stewart talks.
Yeah, I
so
know.
Stop fucking.
Yeah,
like...
I'm totally fine with that. Like he did a good job. I'm not nailing Captain. Whatever. I'm not.
I'm not sure what you're saying here, Riccio, but
I'm not complaining about anything he did. But it was just weird because so every level starts with that. But what happens is before and after that. So say you boot up the game, you kind of have like your level select, which already starts in a book and it's got little dots. Then you choose like, oh, I'm gonna do this one. You're kind of just thrown into Patrick Stewart reading. You hit A, boom, he's like walking somewhere, like, oh, I'm walking into a town, and then you do a fight. You'll approach the gate, and it doesn't even like fucking fade. It just like sucks out to the book, and then like, oh, that's it. The level's done. Then you kind of skip to the next level, and Patrick Stewart's reading. And then you just kind of hit A and boom, you're in another location. Like instead of kind of going through the forest and getting like a small cutscene and stuff and having some voiceover, no, you just have Patrick Stewart talking to the point where you get put back in the game and you have that little narration intro bit talking to you about like you just saved a city and one of the dudes kind of went out and he's like, oh, I had like a daughter that was out there or something, and I'm like he knew about it, so he knew you were going, and there's like this story going on. And it shits you back into the game where you're like walking along the forest with some dude who hasn't even said a word yet, and he just kind of like nods and then does like the shitty like little hand wave, like they didn't even record any voiceovers, and then it clips you into that area that you're going to. There's no like traveling. It feels like it was made for like a Vita or traveling?
Like. You don't remember that fucking part?
No.
After the first level where it fades to a map and it's playing like epic.
Oh god. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's traveling. You'll hear Patrick Stewart fucking narrating something, and then you have like Gabriel like a walking animation, and it shows a map and there's a fucking black line going along it. And you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
That's pretty great.
So
but the music it's playing is so fucking epic.
Yeah, I know. And the animation is so like weird and not to mention I feel like this game also suffers from what I was talking about Lost Planet 3, where the characters are talking amongst themselves.
Or Gabriel's just not talking at all.
Or they're just not talking, but like there's these weird pauses, there's just weird shit, or there's like everybody is just totally overdoing everything, and it's just weird.
You don't like Robert Carlyle?
I don't know who Robert Carlyle is. Yeah, I do not like that. He has a weird accent sort of thing that just kind of like cuts in and cuts out, and he's like talking.
Wife, she was killed.
And then he just and then out of nowhere he sounds Scottish, and you're just like, what? Oh, that's weird.
Great.
And yeah, it's really crazy. And then so I I don't like the narration. I don't like the story. I don't like how every level sort of like, and the weird thing is sometimes you're just kind of, you're doing this crazy fight, you're getting into the level, you're fighting through a town, you're doing like, yeah, fucking right. You kind of get to like a gate where you're like, shit's gonna get real. No, it fades out, fuck it, you're done going, oh, now you're in a forest, what's up, what's going on here? Now you're still fighting. And you're
oh,
like,
look, a magical horse.
Yeah, oh, look, a magical fucking unicorn horse. Oh, you're jumping off. Oh, now you're in a town. You're just like,
okay,
what the hell?
I tuned in for that part where the fucking horse just came out of nowhere. I was like, I don't, what?
And this horse is like
jump on my back.
Yeah, and this
I will
horse
take you to him.
But the horse is like some smart fucking character that you just trust. That I don't know if it's from like another Castlevania, but that's not really.
It's not, and he never shows up again.
And he shows up one more time, and you fucking ride him until he pretty much dies into a pile of glitter, fucking dust.
Take you any further.
Yeah, and I don't understand. Like I'm just like
Scottish accent.
It's so
for like a magic horse.
It's like a fucking unicorn magic horse with like the weirdest. Yeah, it's
and he has a Scottish accent.
And that's
wondering, the best part about it.
Yeah, and then. So that weird shit, the story, the like cutting into levels and cutting out of levels is really fucked. And then you get into the gameplay, and
they make that horse into like, oh, this could be like some sort of recurring character. He doesn't show up in the rest of the game.
Does he after that one part?
No, he never does.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, wonderful.
So he shows up twice then, and that's it. But
well, no, he's in that one sequence. He's in 1, 2, and that's it.
No, he comes back.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I got to the part where he comes back because you ride him through a snowy area. And then he's in a forest, and he's like half fucking dying because for some reason you rode him for like days, and you're just like, you just kind of get off and you look at him, and he's like, and then like he just disappears, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Man, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, and I'm like, who the fuck? Like they didn't even what? So
maybe that's why I don't remember it because I didn't have a sweet Scottish accent.
So if you're telling me that he doesn't even show up for sure after that, then I have no idea who the fuck that character is and what he is. And there's just like weird shit where like a raven fucking appears out of nowhere, and he's just like, you're like, oh, do I trust you? He's like, no, you shouldn't actually trust me. He's like, but you showed up, I got on your back, and you rode me to like a fucking mountain like days later, and then now you're gonna tell me not to trust you.
What?
And then he just vanished for no fucking reason.
He rode you into the mountain?
He kind of like, he's there, he's like, and then you just get on him, and then it fucking cuts, and then you're just, oh, landing on a mountain. The weird. It's really weird. And then, what else? So the combat, which is...
God, I forgot. I feel like a lot of that fucking junk is in the very beginning of the game. I kind of just, I guess, blacked out when it happens in the rest of it.
That game starts off really cool. You defend like a town. I thought like the story was.
And you're fighting like wargs and like
yeah. It was really intense. And you ride on like a fucking horse after, and there's like a crazy fight, and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, and then it just dies. So the combat in that game revolves around using a whip that is like a chainsword whip thing.
Oh, the vampire killer.
The vampire killer, sure. And you keep getting more.
I'm sorry, no, the combat cross.
Yeah, sorry, the combat cross. That's what it is. Until it gets named it gets named the Vampire Killer when you get an upgrade and whatever. But as you're using it, you keep getting more and more.
Vampire Killer is supposed to be imbued with the will of the Belmont family.
Yeah. So I was actually comparing this game at one point to Lollipop Chainsaw because Lollipop Chainsaw I really enjoyed.
I actually like that game too.
Exactly. But Lollipop Chainsaw, I think you can agree with me, is when you started the game, the combat was kind of bad because there was only like 2 or 3 combos.
That game peaked at the end of the first world.
Yeah, when it slowly starts giving you like more and more stuff to work with.
It's like, well, no, I mean like the boss fights and everything. Just
oh yeah.
Like, nah,
well, I enjoyed the game the entire time. Like the story was fantastic and all shit. But the thing is, like combat wise, you didn't have much at the start of Lollipop Chainsaw, and then you got like the shotgun or you got some other stuff, and you slowly got into it, and then suddenly now I can do combos. Oh, now I can like double jump. Oh, now when I double jump I can do this, and it kind of built in the ability to get some really long combos going that were really awesome. So me going through Castlevania, I figured, okay, it's probably just a slow start. All I've got is a combat cross. I'm gonna get double jump. I'm gonna get all this stuff. And sweet, the game's gonna be fantastic by the time I'm at the end of it, so I'll be doing some sweet combos. No, because as you go through that game, you keep getting longer and longer combos and things that take longer and longer to do. Or things that lock you into place and try and do a shit ton of damage. But
the bottom line is the entirety of that game, if you're playing it smart, is going whip, X, dodge. X dodge.
Because
X dodge.
The combat in that game is really fucked up. Like it it's like the stun is like on an RNG. Like it's super random whether you're gonna swipe the guy with a light hit, and he's gonna get stunned, or is he just gonna is gonna just keep attacking through it. And sometimes you're used to like God of War where say Kumar, you're getting like surrounded by a shit ton of harpies. Or something. Yep. You just kind of hit Y and he'll do like his sweeping circle thing. You kind of know you're hitting them all and you're tapping them all and they're all stunned and you're going to like come out of there alive. And this, you could be doing your AoE fucking like swiping stun thing and things are just kind of like flashing red because they're getting hit, but they're just still coming at you and punching you in the face. And it's like the weakest little fucking imp creature. But sometimes like half of them are being stunned half the time. You're like, I don't even understand where the like rhyme or reason is. It's really fucked up. So most of the time, you keep getting these cool combos that you never get to use.
Did you play with damage numbers on?
No.
Also, do they not react when you actually do hit them?
Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just kind of.
Well, I feel like there's a better chance to get a good stun if you're doing the the direct hits rather than the area hits.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
Then why do the area hits even exist?
Exactly. And then you kind of get these attacks where you kind of get like a cross that you can kind of beam out in front of you, but as you do it, it locks onto one person, and it's supposed to fucking damage the shit out of the undead, but like the zombies were like, "Oh no, I'm blinded," and I'm just gonna walk through it. And
like light on water or something like that?
No, that's just light and then just X, Y, Y, and then hold, and then he goes.
Oh, it's one of the combos.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But the thing is, like, it does this beam of fucking white light that is crazy, and things just kind of walk through it and punch you in the face and end
light
it.
And water is a shield. And that's what it is.
And yeah, there's just so much weird shit. So the end, like, I was at chapter 5, and I was still relying on doing what Dan was saying, which is like 2 light hits and a dodge. So boss fights would be like.
That's how you have to play that whole fucking game.
Yeah, so
you're
the
dead
bosses were so.
You can't reliably heal.
Yeah,
but for all the like shit we're talking, I loved this game. I played through the whole thing and enjoyed it a lot. There was a lot of tougher boss fights later on that are bullshit, but I mean, for the most part, I liked it.
The boss fights at the start off really garbage as well. There's just one, the
ice shit compared to the later ones. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but I don't know. There was so much to hate, and like it felt like every time you were doing something wrong, whether it was a puzzle that you couldn't figure out or a jump that you'd fuck up or something, that the game would almost like laugh in your face at some points. In fact, in some points it actually does. There's this character called the Chupacabra, which walks up to you, touches you, steals all your powers away, and then hides somewhere in the world, and it cackles.
If you're wondering, no fucking basis for that in Castlevania.
No, yeah.
Mythos.
And it's like it's like somebody who created this game was like, hey, remember that part in like the start of, I'm gonna just say Metroid for now, but part of the start of,
you don't lose your powers in Castlevania except in Symphony of the Night.
Okay, so let's say I'll save Metroid for now. It's like, hey, you know in Metroid where you feel really awesome and then we take your powers away? That part's really cool. Let's do that 7 times in this fucking game. I don't know how many times they do it, but people are telling me about up to 4 or 5 times that it happens throughout the game. Repeatedly. And there's still no reason. Like, you'll just walk up and you kind of see him and you're like, fuck, it's one of those parts. And the worst part is that he hides in one part of the level and then cackles. And that's cool and all, if you could use the cackling to figure out where he is. Except for, no, they changed the stereo mix to being in your fucking ears and just make him laugh as loud as possible and just say really dumb shit to you as loud as it possibly fucking can. So that you can't even, like, it's... And then at certain points you'll think you'll get close and it'll do like a stupid thing just to piss you off even more, to just fuck you over. And it's the worst. I don't know. It's the worst. But I don't know. Anyways, I got to a certain point where I just couldn't deal with it because I was getting really angry at it, and I fucking just
spike puzzle.
A spike puzzle that was really dumb. Okay, that's another thing. So you're going through the game and you'll like be whipping dudes and hitting them with the cross and shit. And out of nowhere, I'll be like, oh, don't forget you can roll and evade and dodge and stuff. And you'll kind of get to like a ledge and be like, oh, press A to jump. Or you'll get to something that's like, oh, hit R to grab. It kind of tells you what's going on. But then at certain points where it's never introduced something, or it's introduced it once at the start for like some weird context sensitive fucking bullshit part, and then it'll never explain it again. So you get to these points where like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And the tutorial doesn't tell you, and it's, I don't know. Maybe that one's a bit dumb because I just maybe don't remember those things, but it's...
Which one? Are you talking about the solution to that spike puzzle?
The solution to the spike puzzle, the solution to when you're on a rope and you can hit Y to kick off and stuff. Like, they'll explain that once randomly, and they ask you to do it about 3 hours later after that part. And I couldn't remember that even fucking existed in the game. But I don't know, there's a lot of weird shit. Anyways, I really did not enjoy that game, and it's too bad because I was really psyched for it, and the second one looked phenomenal because it looks like the more I played the first one, I kept telling myself, like, man, the second one looks good. They changed the camera stuff. The combo system looks like it works. Everything just looked way better, but I couldn't push myself to finish the first one, and now I don't even care about the second one anymore. Like, it ruined my experience with that game so much that I had to delete it, and now it's dead to me, I guess. But anyways, there's so much more I could say.
I feel like I feel like you should maybe just like watch all the cutscenes.
Maybe.
Because then maybe you might want to play the second one because there's some interesting shit. But I guess you don't really give a fuck about Castlevania stuff, so...
Yeah, like I wouldn't get in all the special things. I don't know. I've played some of the
like
Castlevania...
there's since you're never going to play it, and I'm not going to say spoilers or any fucking thing because the game's from 2009 or whatever. It's old. Well,
some people, I think somebody was starting to play it in my channel.
Okay, well this is not a story spoiler. This is like a reference spoiler.
Sure.
So way later in the game, there's this. You end up shrunken in a music box and it's you're doing all kinds of puzzles to try and like escape.
A great puzzle.
And it's a lot of like running and jumping puzzles. So it's not the greatest, but the entire time you're collecting like more pieces of the song, and then when you finally put it together, it's like an old piece of music from. Like, it's a classic piece of music from Castlevania, and it's kind of there's been bits of it playing the whole time that you've been doing. I think it's really neat and cool, but it's like almost at the end of that game, where that like little reference thing is, and I like the stuff like that.
Okay.
And like Weigel Village, where you go there, is the like setting for the latest DS one.
Oh, okay.
Or Ecclesia, like that's where that whole thing takes place. But
so that's cool.
It's not the same. Like they obviously. Yeah. Vincent Doran, the priest guy in that village, is he's like the shop character in Portrait of Ruin.
Okay.
Like, yeah, there's all kinds of weird. They're obviously not even close to the same characters, but it's little like references and things like that.
Yeah. The really weird thing is
they ruined Bronner's character by making him just be like a big fucking punchy vampire.
Yeah, I have that thought. I mean, that was really. But he also came out of fucking nowhere.
He's supposed to like kill you with art.
Oh wow,
that's his whole thing.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere. I was like, who the hell is this? What? And then I just kind of killed him. I was like, okay, well.
Yeah.
But
I was disappointed at that.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit where there's like you're fighting things and it's like a child comes out of nowhere. He's like, oh, come to town. They want to kill you. Do you know what's a trap? Yes, I know. Fate's the fucking book. You hit A, you're fighting the goddamn vampire. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck just happened. I'm like, okay, great. But there's weird shit in that game. I want to mention one thing that bothered me because I feel like some of my complaints are kind of dumb, but I feel like there's some legit fucked up stuff with the way that they designed some parts of that game. For example, everything I'm telling you about where it loads a level and you kind of just hit A and it loads into wherever the hell you're at, there was travel between that. But it will save how much magic you had. It'll save how much health you had. So you kind of go into the level being hurt or just not like fully healed. And if you die, like you still have whatever the hell you had before. It never gives you full health. But what's really fucking weird is that levels will consistently end with you having no health, no magic, and you'll start the fucking next level, and there's a goddamn magic shrine, and there's a fucking health shrine. I don't understand why they don't just take those out and just heal you in the middle of the cutscene. Like, there's just weird gameplay shit that doesn't make any sense. Or you feel like at one boss fight, you're fighting this ogre, and there's a goddamn magic shrine there, and you feel like somebody was probably going through QA and fighting this boss and being like, man, I kept dying because the like sync on, like the dude's pounding down and it kind of like locks on you and smashes you anyways. Somebody was probably dying and complained about it, so they threw a magic thing so you could heal during that fight or something. Instead of fixing things properly or doing things in like a different way. I feel like there's just weird design things that they just fucked with that game, and I don't know. Going through it, I realized today when I was talking to somebody is that I think the reason I hated it so much is because when I played Dante's Inferno, when I got about halfway through it, I was pissed because it felt like it was trying to imitate God of War, but it wasn't doing it as good, and it frustrated me because there's so many things that God of War did just so much better that they were trying to emulate, and it was irritating to play almost. And I feel like because I was so pissed going through the last half of Dante's Inferno because I felt like I was forcing myself, this felt like I was reliving that, except as if I was already like cocked and pissed off and just ready to just blow something up. So it just started at me already pissed, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about it. That game is I guess okay, but I hated the shit out of it. Yeah, maybe you can get it for cheap and try it yourself, and then tell me I'm wrong, which is fine. I totally agree. If somebody enjoys it, that's awesome. I had the worst time with it. But yeah, anyways, in other awesome news, because of that and me quitting out of it, I asked the chat on that day, hey, what should I play? And people considered, or not considered, some people suggested that I played Overlord. And Overlord is a game that I think came out way back when, like, near the 360's release. I think it was actually...
That's like 06.
Yeah, it's like 06, 07. I'm actually going to check the release date for Overlord. Yeah, people suggested I play Overlord. I played it. I'm playing.
There you go.
07? Sweet. So 07. And I'm playing the PC version with the expansion for Raising Hell. And man, I am surprised at how good Overlord is. Overlord is a sort of Pikmin style game where instead of playing as a dude getting little kind of plant-like people, you kind of are evil Overlord summoning minions to blow things up or like kill sheep and like suck their life force or like terrorize towns or just do like weird general evil shit or like punch the shit out of these minions for no reason. Like, it's just really dumb fun, but it's also made really well to the point where it's like it's not as crazy as Pikmin is. Pikmin has a lot of micromanagement and some pretty craziness with like moving things while fighting things that'll insta kill your guys. Even though I'm getting to that point in that game now where it's kind of becoming like that, but it's so similar to Pikmin because they're minions. Like you have the regular minion, and then you have the red minion, which is kind of resistant to fire. You have the blue minion who can go underwater, and then you have the green minion that kind of survives poison and stuff. There's no electricity or anything, but yeah, I don't know. I felt like mentioning Overlord because playing it now, I'm kind of sad that I never played it back then, and I realize I say that to a lot of games, but Overlord is a really good game. I know it was in the Humble Bundle like a few months ago or something. If you guys ever see, yeah, you might have it actually.
Yeah, no, I buy all the Humble Bundles.
If you guys have been buying the Humble Bundles and you have Overlord and you don't realize it, and it's just sitting in your Steam library, I highly recommend going and check it out. It's actually, I'm not done yet. I'm maybe 6 or 7 hours into it, maybe 6 hours into it, and or five actually, because I would have done 1 hour yesterday and 4 today. It's really fun. It'll make you smile. It has some pretty cool music. The graphics are kind of dated, but they're still pretty good. But it's just fun. It's fun and it's pretty damn unique. And what I like about that game is you're an evil overlord and you kind of have this sort of castle area, and the game does a good job at starting off, and the thing is broken down. You're missing parts of it. It's the walls are crumbled. There's all this shit, and like as you go through it, you'll kind of get like a certain minion that's like, oh yeah, well I'm a smithy and I just need you to get something like a forge thing. Then you get a forge and they'll build a forge. They'll fix the walls there, and then suddenly you have metal. So then you can build metal things, and then oh, I've got, we found like something else, and then you found a crane. Then crane means that, oh, now we can get like a second floor and we can start repairing the walls and the pillars are like, okay. And then you kind of unlock more stuff and, oh, okay, cool. Now you got like a better smithy that can make like gargoyles, and you can start outfitting your evil throne place. And it's awesome because as you go through the game, you kind of get this sense that you're progressing, and I like the fact that you have like this home base to go back to that you can customize and sort of make look way, but like it just from the crumbled down, busted up fucking place that you have at the start to some crazy, massive cathedral. Sorry, open ass gothic place. It's pretty cool. Anyways, check out Overlord. It's pretty neat. I just wanted to mention that one. I'm not that far into it, but it's pretty goddamn fun. I swear, I feel like I'm swearing over Overlord's amount. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I'm also getting back into Neverwinter. I've got a few people in the cast, hopefully starting it up. If anybody wants to play Neverwinter, roll a character on the Dragon server and let me know. I believe my character name you should be able to find me on is Potato, and then you have to put my username, which is Potato at Riccio, so TEHRICCIO, except for the E is a 3 for some goddamn reason when I made it. So it's Potato at T3HRICCIO. Don't know why I made it so complicated. Yeah, Potato. Yeah. I think that's pretty much all I've played. I haven't really gone back to anything else. I tried Dungeon Keeper on the iPhone because everybody was bitching about it. Wow, that thing is garbage. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist.
You haven't had a good week with games, have you?
No, well that I knew. I had to see how crazy that thing was. But
I feel like I need to play through Castlevania again just to remember all of it.
Lords of Shadow?
I kind of, yeah, like you describing all the parts and me like kind of not remembering them, and then excuse me, seeing all the like frustrating bits and being like, yeah, how did I do that? Like, I know I beat the game because I saw the ending, and I saw all the story things and the twists and the stuff they do, but like,
you don't remember it being as bad as maybe I'm making it sound, or you don't know how you got through that part.
I don't know how I stuck with it that whole time.
Yeah,
and got to the end. I will tell you that the second DLC is the biggest load of horse shit I have ever played in a game. And nice. I've never finished the second DLC. So, yeah.
So what you're saying, Castlevania, not really worth it?
The second DLC has a boss, which is supposed to be this all-powerful being thing, that when you're at full health, it kills you in one hit.
Wow.
Oh. And if you die, you have to restart the entire boss battle.
That game also has some very terrible checkpoints. Sometimes you'll be climbing up the entire thing, you'll die, it'll put you like almost at the start of the level, and sometimes you're in you're doing like 5 fights, you'll kill like 5 of the 6 people, and you'll die, and then it'll respawn you with 1 dude left, and you're like, oh, this game has some pretty like decent checkpoints. Well, that's actually a really helpful one, and sometimes it just shits you back like 10-15 minutes. You're like, what the fuck happened here? But Also, I can't stress enough how shitty it is to have a level that has like 6 areas where the road will fork, and you fork like 5 times, and you get to this fucking side thing where it's like, oh, you didn't have the power for it. Oh, that's too bad. You should come back here. We're not going to make a note anywhere that you need to double jump or something. Just come back at some point. Just go play the whole fucking game again once you've beaten it to figure out where all these side things are. And I have no interest in doing that. But
I don't know if I'm misremembering this, but I feel like his double jump is like angel wings.
I don't know. I still haven't got it. I still haven't gotten it. And it's like fucking chapter 6. And there's like at least been 12 parts where it's like, oh, if you could double jump this fucking gap, that'd be really great. But oh well. It's just irritating.
Maybe it's
I don't know.
a dash.
Maybe it's dash.
And you can dash in a direction.
I know it can double dash. Like you double tap and you dash and you can jump farther, but you can't double jump.
No, but I mean they're like a directional air dash.
Oh, maybe. Okay. That makes sense.
I think that's what the double jump is.
Either way, I haven't gotten it yet, and it was making me furious. But I don't know. I feel like
Or how about when you go through, when you're looking at the forks and it's like, there's 3 ways I can go here, and then you go down the first one, you fall off a cliff, and you can't get back up.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst, yeah. But I don't know. I felt like I was complaining. Like even playing it, I felt like I was complaining way too much. And I feel like even tonight I complained way too much. But I feel like even though I was complaining a lot of people were agreeing with me because they were watching it and it felt like it was definitely translating to even somebody who wasn't playing it, that it was kind of super irritating and dumb and just irritating.
God damn, does that game look good though?
It looks pretty good. Yeah. Except for the first area, the forest. That place looks really bad because you're walking and the fucking trees are sprites turning with you. And that's really garbage when the fucking...
I didn't even notice that.
When it flips and you're just like, oh, those trees still facing me, huh? And then you'll kind of move and it does like a cool panning up to something and the trees are just kind of turning as like a sprite. And you're like, wow.
Literally never noticed that.
Oh, man. The second I got into the forest and it just did it and I was like, oh. Brain, why'd you have to notice that? Because this is nothing but forest.
Your hyper eyes.
Yeah,
noticing all
it was
kinds of
like
things.
just
playing. Be like, it's a frame rate dip there.
Yeah. The good news is actually no. The good news is that the console version apparently had frame rate issues. Mine was like smooth 60.
Imagine you constantly have a little frame rate ticker.
Oh
in
god,
your, like
it's
Google
Glass
vision.
kind of?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, but it's ingrained into your vision. Like everything you look at has a frame rate ticker.
No. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on from all this stuff. That's pretty much it for what I've played this week. Yeah, I want to get into. I'm feeling playing an RPG now. I kind of want
or off cast.
On cast. I think after
I'm gonna
Overlord.
say Bravely Default is coming out soon.
I don't know.
There's good talk about that.
Yeah, I know. I've enjoyed the demo so much for that game, but I'm also gonna wait because it's a handheld thing that I know I won't have the time to get to. So that'll still be there at any point when I go to it.
Maybe you should play the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot.
No, but I was actually.
Which I actually did play an hour of that.
Yeah. Oh, I still haven't loaded up. Is it?
It's Diablo.
Diablo with building your dungeon, kind of like. Weird
I got glitched in the tutorial dungeon building thing because it was like they didn't really expect much of the player because it was like, okay, select these like shitty ghouls and put them on the map. So it's like, okay, select, and then it's like, okay, now place one, and you have enough money for like 8 of them.
Yeah.
Or whatever, so I just kept placing them, and then just.
I know that MCP wants to attack your castle, Riccio.
Yeah, I know. I have to make a castle.
And then.
It
got to the next part. It's like build this bigger enemy, and so I clicked with the same speed that I clicked for the smaller ones, except you only have enough money for 3, and I out-clicked the tutorial where it said, "Okay, now place one," and I had no money left, and I couldn't click on anything else.
That's great.
And so I alt F4'd out of the game, and I haven't played it since.
I heard that game's actually pretty cool though.
So, but what? Heads up!
Yeah.
If you're doing that tutorial,
Take it slow.
Slow down a little bit.
Yeah. But
okay, now place one.
Yeah, no, I was getting in the mood to play an RPG, and I think either in the coming weeks I might either start. I've been asking people. I don't know what I want to play. I kind of want to play.
Ni no Kuni.
That's what I'm saying. So
is that one of your?
Ni no Kuni
Okay.
would be one of them, but I want to restart the game because I don't remember what was going on. I don't want to just kind of hop in and people to be like, "Yo, guys, I was 15 hours through this. Let's finish the rest of it. You guys don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know.
Neither do I.
Yeah, woo! Like I don't want to do that. I'd rather.
Yo, what
I'd
about
rather.
Persona?
Persona's also one of them, but I wouldn't.
Persona 4.
I'll wait because Persona 4 I'm gonna do it on an emulator on a PC and put the disc in my computer so that I can. Because on the PS3 it runs weird, but I can get an emulator would then put the real disc in and then have it run fine. So and then it'll.
Like run.
Yeah.
The disc executable.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the computer. Oh, that's.
So we'll
Yeah,
get it.
you know what? That's legit.
It's legit. So I figured, hey, might as well do it that way, and it'll be
It'll be easier for you to capture that way too, right?
Yeah, exactly. But no, so the choices were either Final Fantasy 9 because I picked it up. Someone recommended it to me and it was on sale for $5. So I said, hey, whatever. And I never really played it. And I heard
all the Final Fantasies were on sale.
Yeah, but I heard 9 was exceptionally good. I've already played 8 a little bit and 7. I think I already have it. I'm not sure.
Didn't someone give it to you on Steam or something?
I have it on Steam. So yeah. So anyways, the choices were 9 or 13, or no, sorry, 9, 12, or 13. Because I picked up 13 too.
12 is really good.
I played through 12. I'm once again another like 20 hours into that one, and I stopped at one point. I used to cast that a long time ago, and I stopped at one point. So it'd be 9.
It sounds like what you really want is the first 20 hours of an RPG.
Yeah,
you don't really want the rest.
There you go. No, it's because that this is why like I'm really happy with my morning cast because it means I can start something and I kind of like I wake up every day and I get that like 4-hour burst and I go do my stuff. Yeah. So it's really good. So I know I can finish it. Now I just want to know if I should play Ni no Kuni, Final Fantasy 9, 12, or 13, or figure something out else. Something else out. Persona?
Get that emulator shit going.
I kind of really want to finish 3 though. If I play that, maybe I can finish 3. 3 I might finish off cast because I've done so much of it off cast and I don't want to restart that game because it has like a really slow start and I do remember the story.
Here's
for that
the thing:
one.
going from 3 Fez to Vanilla 4 is not that much of a leap, so you'd probably be able to go back and forth.
Yeah.
But if you were to go from 3 anything to Golden, there's
Golden,
no going back.
Golden is on sale right now as well, and I was like, I'm like, no, there's no way because I'd play this. It would be like a cast game, and there's no way I could do it.
Okay, you should. Here's the thing: Golden is looking at the kinds of improvements that they made over the base game and the amount of content they added. Mm-hmm. Golden's what, like $20 right now? 15?
Yeah,
maybe?
I think so. Yeah. Even on Amazon, it's
$20 is right now. Yeah, on download version. Yeah.
If you end up liking Persona 4, you will want to play it again, and playing it again with all that content is something that you would want to do because I don't see a reason to replay Vanilla 4.
Now that you've seen all the crazy.
Now that I've no, but I mean like with just the offerings in 4, I don't see the reason to New Game Plus it.
Okay. Yeah.
But with the amount of
stuff
stuff
Kumar
in
and you want
Golden,
all the platinum.
What's that?
Said unless you're Kumar and you want all the platinums.
Well, man, I actually really liked Persona 4.
No, I know I'm saying, but yeah.
So
you replayed it and did the really annoying book thing I think you were talking about. So.
Oh, that was so fucking stupid.
See, but he still did it for the platinum.
The worst part about that is that I had to get through. So I missed a book during my second playthrough, only to realize that there was a trophy related to books. So I was sitting there and I was like, "Are you kidding?" I had to collect all of them and I missed one. And the one that I missed was because I didn't want to take a girl with me to that stupid festival.
Oh god.
So it was like the dumbest. It's not even like it was something that was complicated to get. I almost did it out of spite. But man, I enjoyed the game. I think you should.
I'm surprised that that's the last trophy you needed because from what I've seen, a lot of people have trouble getting the reset lines.
Oh yeah. That one popped like randomly.
Yeah, that's what people say. It's like, oh, I just got it first playthrough, whatever. And other people are like, I've played like 4 fucking playthroughs this game. I don't have it.
That's brutal.
What was that one again? Like
250 unique lines from her or something.
Oh wow.
You know what the trick is to that one though? You just have her scan so organically
when you're supposed to scan and then the idea is to play on harder difficulties so that you get a lot of her like you're gonna have a lot of trouble with this stuff and like yeah, apparently that's the trick. But
actually that might even be why I got it pretty easily because I played it on hard.
Yeah, so yeah, that's probably it.
So I remember something we all played this week.
What's up?
Quake Live.
Yeah, that was good.
Everyone but Dustin, but Dustin ain't fucking here, so
fuck. Quake Live is pretty good, you guys. If ever you want to play randomly, let me know because I play it on cast and it's pretty cool. I don't know what that is.
It's fun to play with the gang.
Looks like it's that's in your
like
hand spinning and you have a gauntlet. That's what it looks like.
Playing it solo is really fun because the gameplay in Quake is really awesome. But playing with friends, it's still really fun. Like I don't know, it's such just core gameplay. There's no like crazy leveling up and all that stuff that happens in games nowadays. That it becomes instant camaraderie. Like as you're playing, like especially when like Dan would put out the fucking melee thing and maybe you were missing.
As soon as you told me that thing existed, I never used it.
I figured that because like I don't want to say you're crap, but like you were missing a lot of shots.
I know I'm bad.
But you were kind of getting killed a lot, and I'm like, oh man, if I tell Dan about this. And then the second I was thinking about it, like he's probably gonna creep around corners and try and fucking murder me. And then after that, it was constantly like shooting everybody and turning around to see Dan be like, ah, and just like melee explode you into like pile of chunks.
No, Dan, no.
You're just kind of firing like, no, Dan, don't. And you're just bunny hopping towards you. It was perfect. But
I like the thing that made that Quake Live night for me was when you said Dan doesn't turn on that fucking chainsaw until you're fucking dead.
Yeah. Because he'll creep up on you. Because there's only a sound if you jump. If you're running, there's no real footstep sound. I know of.
But the chainsaw makes an audible like
that you can hear through walls and like across the map. So he'll wait till he's like in you pretty much with the chainsaw, and then turn it on so you just die instantly. So there's no warning, and you're just kind of jumping around like bunny hopping, trying to find people. Then out of nowhere, you just explode, and Dan's just there.
Yep.
And
you were killed by Dan.
You got really good at actually murdering people with it too.
Yeah. And then I felt bad because he'd have like Dan and Devin like fighting with chainsaws, and I just walk into the room and shoot both of them and just move on. But Quake Live is still pretty great.
There's a lot of speaking as a chainsaw player. It is RNG if two people run into each other with a chainsaw. It does not matter what is going on in the game. It is totally fucking random which one of you dies.
Oh yeah, you could be like 30 seconds. Like you could have yours 30 seconds running at him, but he'll turn around and like just. Whatever perfect clip of your arm or like little polygon is gonna fucking touch it, you're dead. Like it's just
it could be like I hear a chainsaw, I'm gonna take out a chainsaw and turn it on. Just,
Oh, it didn't make sense, but you're dead too. It's like, oh, okay, well, goddamn Quake Live. Quake Live is really fun and it's free. Try it. That's it for stuff we've played. So moving on to
news.
I
don't think there's a lot this week.
There's not that much this week. I managed to find a few things, though. But it's pretty much all stuff you can just rattle off really quick. There's nothing to really talk about. One little crappy thing. I'm starting to accept friend requests on the PS4 again because Assassin's Creed got a 2.5 gig patch. That changed a lot of stuff. But one of the changes was that if you have more than 99 friends, the game doesn't fucking crash out when you play multiplayer. Apparently they fixed some other random glitches and stuff that are going on throughout the game. And I think that's pretty much it. BioShock
on another Assassin's Creed news, I don't know if you have that up anywhere. They're releasing Freedom Cry, a standalone game for $15.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can. That's about the length of a like Xbox Live Arcade game, so it makes sense to me.
That's pretty good because I wonder if I would rather have smaller games like Freedom Cry throughout the year compared to a really long Assassin's Creed. Like if it was smaller little bout, like I'm not saying like Aveline ones because that one was kind of like a weird thing. But like Freedom Cry is I haven't played it yet, but I heard it's really good. But I'm not saying like just have like a little short thing every year, but
it feels like a mini Assassin's Creed 4 is what it feels like.
If it was a condensed thing,
like bite sized.
Yeah,
like it's only like 3 or 4 hours long. Maybe, maybe like 6 if you do like all the side things.
Okay,
but yeah, it's not like it introduces way less systems.
Okay, is there still like boating and stuff? Or?
Yeah, there's boating, but there's pretty much like a single currency.
Oh, okay.
And like a.
Okay, so
like
it's streamlined,
it's very streamlined and short, and but it's fun. The story isn't that incredible, but I mean, at this point, what Assassin's Creed story is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God.
Just putting it there. Yeah, so other than that, we have BioShock Infinite's Burial at Sea Episode 2 we were talking about. The date is... Oh, yeah, so they said it's actually going to be about 6 hours long, that DLC.
Apparently the first one's only like 3 hours or something.
Yeah, something like that. And what was it?
Well, they
March
said
25th.
The first half of Burial at Sea Part 1 is no combat.
Yeah. And
I reached the combat portion of that game in like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so.
Oh, wow.
So who knows how long that first part is, but...
Okay. Yeah, so then there's that. Call of Duty is now moving into a 3-year development cycle. This year's, I should say, the next Call of Duty that's coming out is not actually going to be Treyarch. It used to be Treyarch, then Infinity Ward, then Treyarch, then Infinity Ward, Treyarch, then Infinity Ward.
Now it's Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer Games.
They made Modern Warfare 3, right?
They were part of the mishmash of people who worked on 3.
Yeah.
Who made Call of Duty 3? Was that Treyarch?
Treyarch, yeah.
Okay.
So now what's going to happen is you have Sledgehammer this year, next year's Treyarch, and then you have Infinity Ward. What I'm hoping is that means that since they have 3 years kind of to work on their game, that the engine kind of has more time to
What Treyarch has is they've had a year to kind of figure out what they're doing with the game, and now they have a full 2 years to develop on like next-gen hardware.
Yeah, next-gen and really fuck with stuff and change it. That makes me even more psyched for whatever the hell. Like
I don't know where they can go with this, though.
But I feel like the Sledgehammer game is maybe going to be... I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe Sledgehammer's going to go Future or something. So
that's what Black Ops
Civil
is.
War.
But I mean like
Civil War Call of Duty.
no, I mean like
Kinda weird that they're
Blood
actually-
Dragon
So,
future.
so like 3 years from now, we're getting Ghosts 2, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
would
that's
say.
it's so strange that they're doing it like that because I feel like they're
Maybe it'll just
putting
come on
so
Modern
much
Warfare
weight
4.
into the
Maybe
fact
that's
that they
all
think Call of Duty can stay the same for the next however many years.
I doubt
But that's what I'm saying is I think this year we're gonna get whatever the hell Call of Duty. I don't think it's gonna be Ghost 2, but it's gonna be just
Modern Warfare 4.
maybe
that's
Modern Warfare 4 or
like
something maybe a
just
bit
some
more
random
future,
fucking thing, yeah.
or maybe we're going back to World War II out of nowhere.
It's
Like, I
gonna be
don't
Call
know.
of Duty Space.
Maybe that's space might be
Mars,
good too.
Call of Duty.
But what I'm
Mars
saying is that
exploration.
I feel like when Treyarch comes around in 2 years,
Pluto's
that-
DLC.
people have been enjoying the Black Ops series so much that I feel like they feel, and I feel like they, if there's one Call of Duty team that can do it, I feel like it's Treyarch.
Black Ops 2
I'm
might
sorry,
be
Kumar.
the best
I'm
one
sorry,
yet.
but
What'd you say? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
no, that Treyarch might be the best one that we can count on right now for getting like pushing Call of Duty into like the next thing.
Oh, from a single player perspective, absolutely.
I feel multiplayer as well.
No,
'cause-
Black Ops 2 is the best Call of Duty
yeah.
released.
So what I'm hoping is that because they have this 2-year cycle,
Not on like an influential thing, like
No.
just core gameplay in today's time.
yeah. But I mean, like the next one we're gonna probably get from Sledgehammer is gonna be the same old shit. I'm guessing of just maybe it'll be future, maybe it'll be past, maybe,
Maybe
it'll
it'll
be
just
something.
be Ghost
Maybe
2.
it's just Ghost
The
2.
worst part is that I feel like that about Call of Duty in general.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's just the same shit now over and over and over again.
So
and all
that's
they do is
Kumar.
they just change around
Yeah.
some of the attachments and they change around some of the weapons. That's it.
Yeah, but
Kumar, did you play Black Ops 2 Story?
No, I haven't.
You should.
do that.
You should play that because it's the same. What's the word I'm looking for here? The same level of story as, say, a Mass Effect.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
And I don't doubt it. I'm not opposed to it at all. It's just what I'm tired of is that it's so far and few in between with these games now that
Yeah.
there's something different being done and that there's something worthwhile to play.
Well, now,
Well,
now what it means is that
Yeah.
the Call of Duty Dubai will be the every third year one
Yeah.
from Treyarch.
But here's what I'm saying. So
Probably.
I feel like Treyarch did it so well with Black Ops 2, and I feel like they'll be the one that pushes Call of Duty into like whatever the hell is going to be next and better for them. I feel like this year we're going to get. Hold on. Well, I think this year is that we're going to get like another rehash, sort of whatever, it's Call of Duty again. But hey, we made some changes, whatever. But this year you have Sledgehammer working on a game, and you have Titanfall about to come out in March. Titanfall is gonna be a thing that's gonna fucking just make Call of Duty be like, wow, why the fuck would I be playing Call of Duty right now when I can be pretty much playing Call of Duty with robots if it turns out to be amazing. So
Stand by for Titanfall.
yes, I'm out for stand by for Titanfall. And then you kind of have Sledgehammer competing with this. So they're gonna have Titanfall come out in March, and then they'll have to do changes or tweak their game to hopefully make it better than Titanfall by the
Yeah.
time it comes out at the end of this year, right? But then you have Treyarch now, who likes to push things. It seems like they want to push things just a little bit more to do some crazier shit. Now they have a year to see Titanfall. They have a year to see what the fuck Sledgehammer busts or breaks, and then they'll hopefully work on a slightly better engine. So I feel like when we hit the next Treyarch one, that it's going to be somehow different, somehow... I don't know how they're going to do it, but I feel like if there's one Call of Duty team out of these three that can do it, it'll be Treyarch that's going to like just fucking put something out that at that point, Titanfall is going to be shit, and just whatever the hell's out is going to be shit. Maybe it's just going to be like a really good feeling Call of Duty that is just has like a new engine that has just like bigger maps that almost goes the Battlefield route of stuff blowing up, but still being the combat and the infantry stuff with the awesome netcode of Call of Duty or something. Like I don't know what it is, but I feel like Treyarch is going to be able to
If
figure it
you
out.
think about how incredible Black Ops 2 was compared to
Ghosts? Or Ghosts?
Ghosts or Modern Warfare 3 or even the first Black Ops, like that game is amazing.
Yeah.
Like if they're innovating, like I know it's not changing the core gameplay and blah blah.
Yeah.
Call of Duty sucks, whatever, people. But the way that they improved that game in 2 years,
Yeah.
now they have 3.
Yeah.
Plus the full 2-year development cycle on the new hardware.
Yeah. Like, but yeah.
I can't wait for that game.
It's gonna look crazy, I'm pretty sure, and I'm hoping that it'll be crazy enough for them to do engine changes, because like I feel
I just can't wait to play another one of those campaigns.
yeah
The way that campaign went, incredible.
yeah I'm down. I want to see what Treyarch's gonna do next. I'm actually the second it said Sledgehammer this year, like even this year when we thought it was still Treyarch, I was still excited.
Maybe
for
so
it.
they can continue story stuff. They'll just have Sledgehammer do Black Ops 2 HD, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking Turbo HD remix. And
Alpha Edition.
then you'll be able to carry your save into Black Ops 3.
Yeah. But
that's what I want. That's what I want.
But,
I'm that invested in the story.
But if you consider that the past few podcasts when we talk about Call of Duty, we've said like, man, Treyarch's gonna get it good like next. Now that we know they have an extra year, now it's suddenly like yeah, okay, Sledgehammer. I'm kind of happy you jumped in here. I don't know what you're gonna put out. It's probably still gonna sell really good, and it's gonna
don't really fucking care.
I'll probably buy some shithead. That's great. But Treyarch, man.
Rich will probably cave and buy the season pass because that's what.
No, I'm not go. Yoast is not happening.
Ghost is trash.
Yeah, but anyway, what I'm saying is that, man, if we have this much hype and this much shit resting on Treyarch's shoulders to hit it out of the park,
Soldiers works.
If 2 years from now Treyarch comes out and it's still Black Ops, let's say it's Black Ops 3, and it's still the same shit, then I feel like that is the point. That just Call of Duty is like, fuck it, we're out. Like it's because 2 years from now, like Titanfall is going to be out for 2 years. They'll probably already be working on like just waiting for Treyarch to go like, yo man, this is what we've got. And then people are like, holy shit, they did a good job. And then fucking Titanfall comes out like, oh man, yo, whoops, we Titanfall 2, oh, multi-platform, here you go. We'll just like, take all of this. Then I think Call of Duty is just going to go, woo. So I don't know.
I'll enjoy the hell
we have,
out
I think
of that
we have
Treyarch game. Whatever it is, even if it's just like,
but I'm saying
hey, it's just kind of Black Ops 2 again, I'll be like, yeah.
But I mean, like, imagine
but that's me.
But imagine they pull a Ghost where like, hey man, here's Black Ops 2, but there's no like multiple storyline single player, and here's Black Ops 2's multiplayer, but there's no like gun game or stuff. There's just take deathmatch and stuff. There's nothing. We brought our CXDs back, and it'd be like, okay, stand by for Titanfall 2. Yeah, I don't know.
I really hope that Respawn just screws the entire Call of Duty teams.
Yeah, I with Titanfall coming out in March, there's enough time for people to get bored with it, like people like me who will play a shit ton of Titanfall now and then kind of get bored with it by the time the next Call of Duty comes out. Then I'm wondering if when the next Call of Duty comes out, if there's just going to be like random fucking mechs in it, or like what the hell are they going to do to try to take people away from Titanfall, or is Titanfall just going to be like they'll pick up Call of Duty like the next one and be like
controllable dogs, man.
Yeah, but no, they'll pick up the next Call of Duty and they'll be like, man, this is shit. Then they'll go back to Titanfall. Like I don't know. The next 2 years is going to be pretty crazy for whether Call of Duty lives or dies, or it's still just going to sell like millions, whatever. But
I'm so disappointed.
Quality wise,
I want to go play Black Ops again. Kumar, would you come over to my house and just like play Black Ops 2 story in front of me?
Jesus.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Just whenever you have the time, just pop by, be like, hey Dan, I'm here to play Call of Duty. For now, I'll be like, come on, fucking, I'm gonna drop what I'm doing. Other friends get the fuck out.
Oh my god!
So I'm gonna sit and watch Kumar play an hour of Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Perfect. That's something I wanted to mention.
I need this,
I'd actually be starting it over again too, by the way, because it's been so long since I started the campaign. So I would just start it over.
Oh yeah.
How far did you ever get? Like 1 or 2 missions or something?
No. I must have been like 4 or 5 missions in.
Okay, that's still not very far.
Yeah, I feel like there was so much more to see, but even
that's
then,
not even far enough to see any of the like things they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see any of the crazy futuristic shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So put it this
like
way. I saw a trailer for it like 2-3 months after it had come out, and there was stuff in that trailer that I was like, I have not seen this.
Yeah.
And I have no idea when that comes up.
Black Ops 2 is actually pretty good. I liked it. But anyways, I forgot to mention that I tried a little bit of Outlast today on the PS4. Runs really good. I'll give you my 60 FPS seal of approval, and and the light bar turns green when you turn on night vision on the camera.
That's awesome.
Kumar, I can't wait for you to play that on cast sometime soon.
I'm trying to work through some stuff so that I'll have some time.
Sweet.
Flickers orange and red and white and stuff.
What do you think
you're holding a torch?
No, yeah, that's true. What do you think are the chances of you being able to come over this weekend, Kumar, on Slay Sunday?
Here's the only issue though. Like the issue is not when I'd be able to come by. It's one of these things where I don't want to just be there for like half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I have to dip. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather it be like a couple hours at a time.
That's what I'm saying. Is say if you were to come over Sunday, and I'm saying like 6 p.m. is normally when I start my cast. Yep. You're welcome to stay AMs or something. Like if you had to. I don't know what the hell your schedule is, but like what would be your like? Do you think you'd be able to hit that?
Well, see again, it's so in flux right now with class and then with work and shit. So it's just one of these things that I'm working around my group members, their schedules, and I'm working around the 3 teams that I'm managing, their schedules. So the problem is not, again, it's one of these things that it's not a matter of me being able to set aside the time. It's when I would be able to set aside the time.
Well, I'm gonna put
I really have no idea.
I'm gonna put this way: if this Sunday
Yep.
I'm gonna set a game to play. But if you call me up and you're like, dude, I can come there and I can come there for like 4 to 5 hours because I'm pretty sure you can beat the game in 4 hours.
Yep.
I will drop whatever the fuck is on cast, and you can come and play.
And I can start that up.
Yeah, you can start that up straight up. So let me know if you happen to be available. And this is gonna go for the next few weekends because the rest during the week I can't do it. But
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to other news. What do we got? Dragon Age Inquisition currently had some screenshots dropped this week, as well as there was a survey going on that was like, hey, what'd you guys think of like the way Mass Effect did stuff? Did you like Mass Effect 3's multiplayer? We really liked it. So people are like, man, is Dragon Age Inquisition gonna have multiplayer? I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be horde mode and stuff. Hey, just saying. Inquisition, Dragon Age. If it's got multiplayer, it means that game is probably a lot less tactical, or it's gonna become a crazy hack and slash ridiculousness thing. Hey, Killzone Shadowfall got a patch today. It added a few fixes to the multiplayer. They've been tweaking up a lot of stuff. I think this patch finally added a lot more clan support. They fixed a few bugs here and there with some random voice stuff, and there's now download packs to buy voice packs and more skins for the owl. And one thing they added is, hey, were you playing the single player and you didn't like how the frame rate fluctuated to over 30 frames per second and then went back down to 30 frames per second? Well, now there's an option in the options menu to lock it at 30. If you want to.
Nice.
I feel like that's
actually
cool.
I tried it out, by the way.
The lock?
And yeah, and I find that it actually, for me anyways, I find that it runs better just being unlocked.
Yeah, the thing is that unlocked means that it has the ability to run at 60 or 50 if the game allows it. But some people don't like the fluctuation of it. Like, you look up at the sky, it looks really like crazy 60 FPS, and you look back down, you're back to 30 frames, and it looks like it's slugging a little bit.
I wonder if I'd be able to shoot better if I locked it at 30.
So that's the thing, is also sensitivity seems to feel different as it's fluctuating as well. So locking at 30, if you never knew that it could go smoother and you just hit locked at 30 for the entire game, you might enjoy it because it would just be like a constant thing the entire game. But yeah, so they patch it. Yeah, that stuff.
Didn't you say they took out the whole like co-op one person has it thing?
Oh yeah, apparently that was just a mix-up weird thing just with the store or something. But yeah, the game's co-op packs which is part of the season pass, were supposed to be, hey, if one person has it, just invite your friends and everybody can play on those maps. And then they took that out, sadly. I'm out of water. Hawken is officially coming to Steam. If you already have a Hawken account, awesome. They'll be sending out keys soon to play it on Steam because they're slowly ramping it up in kind of semi-beta thing until the end of February, from what it sounds like. If you're new to Hawken, well, they've turned off account creation for a little bit, and you can't play using the Hawken launcher anymore. You have to play it through Steam.
Hawken's like that cool mech game, right?
Exactly. So yeah. I've been telling Devin, I'm waiting for it to come to Steam. And
it's just going to explode.
And then we'll have some mechs ready to go and murder everybody. And now it's officially coming to Steam. It'll be officially out for sure by March.
Nice.
Until then, they're just kind of testing things and slowly sending out invites and making sure, hey, is Steam working okay? Yeah, no, this works. Because they've literally switched from a launcher to straight up through Steam for the purchases, through everything. So
makes sense for them to do it that way.
Yeah, and I hope it works really well. Hawken is a fantastic game. It's an awesome free-to-play mech shooter thingy. And I love it.
It's a lot of fun.
Play together as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to be on Steam. It'll be so easy to get people in there. Especially because you don't need to make an account. It would just be your Steam account.
Sweet.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, which is a DLC first intro prologue game that's coming out before Phantom Pain, got sort of news released this week saying that, hey, the storyline in that game might only be, or that prologue might only be like an hour and a half long, and then you're done. The thing is, that prologue isn't really about the story. It's about throwing you into a camp and you messing around with it, making it your little sandbox and doing all the side things and figuring out what kind of dumb shit you can do. And
like
more.
There were some reports around of like, hey, we spent like 3 hours with Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Whatever, the Ground Zeroes, and we finished the main story and tried all the side stuff.
Yeah.
Like, not even finished it or anything. And it's like, oh, well, there's probably...
Yeah, the thing is,
open worldy things.
Yeah, there's a ton of open worldy things. There's ways you can try. Like, people are gonna try to go through without getting like seen or doing like weird stealth things or messing with the AI and just messing with it in ways. But it feels kind of like as a digital version for the next gen, it's $30.
Last gen is cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah, it's $29 for the disc and $20 for the download, I think. And then for next gen, it's $30 for the download, $39 for the disc.
Never a better time to be digital.
Digital. But I'm pretty sure it's still going to be good. And then they finally said that you can kind of maybe expect the Phantom Pain to be out in 2015-ish. So if you really want to play Metal Gear Solid 5 and you really want to get a taste of what it's like, it's going to be pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of sad that it's that small of a story, but I don't know how big the area actually is that they let you roam and go and do stuff in, so I can't really talk for that. If it's just one little base camp, then I don't know. But I'm sure it's still going to be pretty awesome. Metal Gear Solid is always pretty fantastic, so pretty sure that's going to be awesome. But just keep in mind...
Seems like they've been working really hard on this one, too.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Random bullshit. Metal Gear Solid 5 apparently has been on PS4. Awesome. Great. Whatever. The Titanfall beta, which still is very murky on how to get into it. It won't be pre-order. It's going to be for PC and Xbox One exclusively. The 360 beta is actually not going to be coming out. There is not going to be one. As well as the 360 version of Titanfall has been pushed back to March 25th instead of March 11th alongside the PC and the Xbox One. But the beta, the information to get into it will be out by next week or so. It won't be open. You're going to need a key to get in, but they're going to tell you guys, or tell everybody how to get in soon. So look out for that. Amazon bought Double Helix. Who is Double Helix? The people who made Killer Instinct for the Xbox One. So apparently they bought Double Helix as it exists now, but the Double Helix team that was or has worked on Killer Instinct is still at Microsoft working on Killer Instinct, so that shouldn't be affected. However, Microsoft has apparently taken on some other contractor or some other team or something to help with Killer Instinct as well. So can't wait to see what Amazon is going to do with some game developers since they make mobile stuff. And they also said that they want to make a console or something at some point or something.
Yeah, like that's good. It's going to be Android. It's going to be open source.
A Tegra 3 processor.
Yeah, Tegra 3 with 2 gigs of RAM.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And back it.
Yeah.
$100.
Oh yeah. Anyway, Xbox. Alongside the release of Titanfall, Microsoft plans to put out a patch, which I've talked about in the past few podcasts, that they'll be trying to fix the party chat and all that stuff. Well, it turns out that February 11th, they'll be putting out another OS patch for the Xbox One, which is going to add like a battery meter and some other random fixes, but it won't fix all the social stuff. It's just little things that they're going to do in the UI to get prepped up for it. Murdered Soul Suspect, which is a game that they announced in the past, I think is only a last-gen game, is now going to be a PS4 and Xbox One game as well. So, there's that. Pokemon Bank, if you are waiting for bank thing for your Pokemon X and Y, hey, it's finally out. Go do it. You get a free Celebi. Check it out.
Yeah. A free who?
Celebi. Only if you use the bank within the launch months or something.
Isn't there a fee associated with using the bank?
Yeah, I don't know what it is though.
I thought it was like $5 a month or something.
I'm gonna click on this thing and make sure I know the price. It is $5.
A year.
A year.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's really not that expensive.
Yeah, it makes a whole lot more sense than $5 a month.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
You know what interests me the most about that is playing a Pokemon game, dumping all the Pokemon into the bank,
yeah,
and then restarting the Pokemon game. Because Pokemon games only have one save file.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Another random stuff. PS4's game, the PS4 exclusive game, The Order 1886, has been announced as not having any multiplayer, no co-op, or at least one multiplayer, no co-op, and it'll run at 1080p, yay, because that's important, as well as 30 frames per second. Whatever. I was actually surprised that game doesn't have any multiplayer, because I feel like when they showed it...
Are you unhappy with the 30 frames per second?
No, see, I don't mind 30 frames locked. I just don't like when it varies too much and all that stuff, and it dips below 30. When it dips below 30, Ricio's unhappy. But, no, I don't... No, but you know how they showed the trailer? There was like that carriage thing. They stepped out and there's 4 of them. They're all shooting and going crazy. I thought that meant 4-player co-op like craziness. But apparently it's going to be single player.
Not everything can be the Division. Okay.
Yeah, so it was more like Gears of War 1886.
I need to play the Division.
The Gears of War of 1886. But anyway, no co-op.
Do you have the Division?
No multiplayer. 1080p. 30 frames per second. The Order. An exclusive... Or, sorry, there was a 40-minute gameplay video that's only out to the press right now, apparently. One day it'll have the... February 28th, the embargo will be up and people will be able to see it. I can't wait to see what the hell it looks like. That's pretty awesome. Thief also had a trailer put out this week that I didn't realize the people working on Thief is the people who worked on Deus Ex Human Revolution. And, or at least some of the team, at least. And that trailer
Deus Ex was
also
good, but
but
I'd rather just have another Deus Ex.
Yeah. This trailer though, however, made Thief look fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Really good. The gameplay looked awesome. All the other ones look kind of slow and weird. I'm pretty sure it was just the way that the trailer was cut as well. It made it look fast. But
in Thief, can you like eat a chocolate bar and then break a dude's neck with robot arms?
I don't know. Maybe you can chocolate up your fingers and robot the finger in the eyes and have his circuitry explode.
Wow.
There's no robots now. There are weird mutant creatures in the sewers, it seems, though. Like weird tentacly-ass, murdery Slenderman. But hey, Thief Deadly Shadows apparently had ghosts and stuff in a terrifying level that is apparently one of the scariest levels in any game that people talk about that I've never played, which I kind of am curious about now. But yeah, anyway, Thief looks pretty cool. It's out at the end of this month. Can't wait to try it. Yep. Ubisoft's game Child of Light, which is the game that looks a lot like the old Final Fantasy games. It's built off the Ubi Art engine, the engine that powers Rayman Legends, Child of Light, and this other weird dog in World War II crazy point-click adventure looking thing that looks fucking fantastic. Anyways, Child of Light got a release date of April 30th. I can't wait to play it. I'm definitely picking that one up. I think it's PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360,
I don't even know
PS3,
what the
PC.
you're talking about.
Really? Check out Child of Light. If you guys don't know what the hell Child of Light is, go check a trailer for it. You will instantly be like, wow, that looks really crazy. The Ubi Art engine makes some fucking fantastic looking games. It's crazy. Go check it out.
They run really well too.
Go check it out. Yeah, for sure. Witcher 3 developers, some main gameplay designers, I believe, or people who worked in the gameplay for Witcher, got picked up to go work for an indie developer. I think it's for handheld or mobile games or something. I just find it weird that it's like the main gameplay people just kind of pieced out. Or not main. There's a shit ton of people working on that game, but two of the apparently main ones have left, which is weird.
That is weird.
I'm sure Witcher 3 is still going to be fantastic.
It looks really fucking good.
And,
I've been following the development blog. It's pretty
They're far along into the development too now, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're pretty
Witcher 2 is
pretty good.
hard.
Yeah,
Witcher 3 is going to be more accessible, but still maintaining a rich story.
Yeah.
According to the press.
thanks,
Releases I've been
CD
getting.
Projekt representative Devin.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yet again, I've been reading the press blog as well.
Yeah, did you guys hear about how CD Projekt came to be?
No.
They were like pirating.
Yeah, they used to pirate
pirated games
just to retranslate them for Polish audiences and stuff until they got hired by BioWare and stuff. And so they used to be pirates. And that's why their games are not DRM filled and all that stuff, which is kind of awesome. But yeah, CD Projekt is awesome. Witcher's awesome. Go check that out as well. For those of you who are antsy to play more Call of Duty DLC on consoles that are not the Xbox One or the Xbox 360, that DLC will be out February 27th, I believe. And
why are we talking about Ghosts?
Because
fuck, who cares?
no, because PlayStation, the PlayStation blog said that it came out this week. They said, hey, it's coming out February 6th, and everybody's like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? It came out last week, and they're like, oh god, delete, and then delete it, and then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, sorry, it's February 26th or 27th. So yeah, that's what's happening. Anyways, that's it for news. I'm pretty sure other stuff might have happened, but we might have missed it. And yeah,
it's 12 o'clock at night, so
it's 12 o'clock at night.
Deal with it.
Games coming out in the next week. We've got games such as that must have been a pre-order. Must have been a pre-order.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, so Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13.
You saying you pre-ordered that game?
No, because it was on the PSN for purchase, and I was like, I didn't realize it was out yet. Was not out yet. Did you also see the Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13 DLC that goes into Tomb Raider?
No.
And Tomb Raider DLC that goes into...
No.
And Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, you can play as Lara Croft, and apparently, I think Lara Croft, you can play as Lightning.
You can't, actually.
Fucking, or something.
I don't know where you got your information.
Some weird shit. It's weird. Fucking cross-game DLC.
Actually can't.
Kind of crazy.
Are you following the press blog?
Wait, do you like Dangan Ronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc?
You can't.
PlayStation Vita next week. Do you like Toucan Age of Demons? Because that game is actually pretty fucking fantastic. Next week, Vita.
Oh, God, I just want to punch you in the back of the head.
Do you like World of Tanks Xbox 360 edition? Cool, because it's going to be out next week for free.
Why are you so happy?
But it's only $40 to buy the Founders.
Yeah, we found out that the pricing in World of Tanks is the equivalent of EA's pricing scheme.
They're 40% off right now.
Best value.
Best value ever.
$9.99.
That's pretty much it. There's something called TXK on the Vita. That looks crazy. Llamasoft. They made that game, Space Giraffe. It
was crazy.
I think they made Space
That's
Giraffe.
the fourth game on the like play thing.
Are you fucking serious?
That's great.
Did they actually make
Why?
Space
I don't
Jam?
lie about things. It's just you.
Did they actually make fucking Space
Yeah,
Jam?
Rocco.
They make fucking Space Jam. I'm getting TXT. Fucking TXT. Hey, yeah, you played Dust Force. How was that? Did you play Dust Force?
I played the demo.
I tried it.
Is it good? I played on PC. I didn't like the controls.
It feels better with a stick.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all there is to
I still
it.
feel like the controls are a little bit off, though.
Yeah. It's not as awesome as like a Super Meat Boy or something.
That's all that Dan
I
has to
kind of
say
like it
about that.
because it's almost like you're pushing the stick in the direction that you want to be going, and then you're kind of pressing buttons to help get you there, and then your character will kind of run up walls or or on top of
To the right wall or left wall.
It's okay. It is definitely not a Super Meat Boy, but I mean it's okay. It's good. Yeah.
Meat Boy ever came to the
Oh
VI.
my god.
What happened?
Nothing. Dan's pictures.
Oh.
Moving on to questions. If you guys are in the chat right now and you have questions you'd like for us to answer, please let us know right now, and we will get to them. Actually, earlier in the chat, we had somebody ask a question that we kind of just answered. Awesomeness Zach said, what is your guys' opinion on Call of Duty becoming a dying trend?
We
I think
just talked to fuck
Yeah.
about that.
So I think we have 2 years to see what Treyarch does, because I think that's the next big thing.
And then eventually they're gonna shoot that horse.
That'll be the
in the
innovating
head.
one. And if it's not good,
They're going to be like, oh shit, it's going to go the way of Guitar Hero.
Yep.
I hate that they just keep murdering all these pretty wicked franchises.
come full circle, Treyarch will make a skateboarding game.
No, you'll know. No, you'll know when they're like, hey, Infinity Ward, do you want to do a James Bond racer game? Just real quick, do you want to do a James Bond racing game?
You guys are on Geometry Wars 3.
Yeah, no, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. They'll just like fucking get ready to shoot them dead and stuff. And then they'll be like, Sledgehammer?
That James Bond racing game you made didn't sell so good.
Sledgehammer, do you want to make Blur 2 really quick? 'Cause we're not going to really advertise it. Don't worry about Blur. Then it's Treyarch and be like, Treyarch, do you want it? And they'll be like, fuck it, Titanfall 2. And they'll just like, they're going to go make Respawn Deluxe or something. I don't know what the hell it's going to be called.
Respawn Deluxe.
No, Respawn squared.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, anyways,
It's actually pronounced Respawn.
I think we have 2 years to see what's going to happen with them, and then we can call it.
It's pronounced
Respawn.
Respawn.
Call it dead as a duck. Anyway, I don't know what that means. Shanghai, or should I say at Shanghai1900773 says, what were your most embarrassing nicknames growing up, and what are new nicknames today?
Swampy.
Swamps.
I think we have new
Swamperson.
nicknames.
Still called that.
Yeah, we have
Swampalopolis.
nicknames that come out daily now.
Yeah.
Raichu,
I
Rocco,
think Riccio takes
Rico,
the worst of it.
Riccio,
Rocchio.
Raccio. What's
Rock Risotto.
I
Called him
started
Boccaccio
calling
the
you
other day.
Rocco.
Roccaccio.
Gotta roll the R though.
Rocco, the
Rocco.
Risotto Romo man. I don't know.
Uzo.
I think you take the worst of it.
Yeah, Rocco Riccio is all stuff. That's all crazy. It's good.
I can't
Zimbabwe.
remember if I had nicknames when I was younger.
You're Dan.
Dano, Damn
Dan
Dong,
D Money.
Ding Ding,
People at work call me Dan the Man right now.
Dope
And
Fiend.
that's just kind of like
Dope
classic.
Fiend. That's during his addiction phase.
Well, there's always the one that somebody said during a marathon and completely fucked it up.
Oh, Dab.
No, wait, no, was that?
That was
Yeah, Captain. Anyway,
Captain
yeah.
No, that's not my name. Though.
Brenner.
Yeah.
I think I get. What do I get? I get Goombar, Goombabwe, Gooms.
Gooms. I like Gooms.
Goombar.
Goombar.
We played Counter-Strike where somebody was called, what was it? It was Goombar and...
His name was actually yesterday we were playing a guy and his name was Goober.
Goober.
Yeah,
That's what
Goober.
it was.
It was Goober and Goombar.
I like your name, Goober. I hate you, Goober. By the end of it. But, yeah.
We were supposed to be bros and then he just kept shooting me.
Back when I was to answer Shanghai's question, what was your most embarrassing nickname growing up? I think I've already talked about it. But
Zombie.
Pogo and Pogo Butt used to be some pretty.
Why would they call you Pogo Butt? How does that make any sense?
Did I not
Did
tell
you have a
that?
weird accident where you ended up with a pogo stick?
No,
up
did
your
I not tell you
rectum?
guys this shit?
No.
Whenever I was in like 6th, 7th grade, this chick, my name was Pogo at that
chick.
point for some reason, and she was eating a Pogo on a stick. Okay, and then she took a stick and she's like, I'm gonna ram it up whip your butt. Ah. And then we started running around the class, and then I fell over, and then she just kind of stood there, and everybody started laughing, so they called me Pogo Butt. There was no actual butt fisting with the stick, but it just kind of happened. If it did happen, then my brain has blanked out that part, and then it just
suppressed that memory.
Yeah, so I don't remember it. But let's Pogo Butt at some point.
School nurse extracting this popsicle stick from your rectum.
Okay, no, there was. I know that did happen
profusely. Your mother had your mother coming to have to pick you up. Riccio's just gonna spend the rest.
But Devin, how'd you know all these details about it?
I am the nurse
all this time.
It's a really elaborate plan.
I've been waiting.
I was the one who drugged you with what is it? Drug induced.
Yeah. Chroma synthesizers.
No, Krieger says it in Archer, and I can't remember what it is now.
Electro bum fighting or whatever.
No,
shock bum fighting.
No, it's drug-induced memory loss or something like that. And it's like, do you remember your parents? Oh, my parents' name are.
Good.
God damn it, Krieger.
But also, as I think Illuminati Oracle, every time he comes in the channel, he remembers the one that I talked about on the podcast where when I first started playing Counter-Strike, my nickname was Altar Boy, because I had such a high-pitched voice.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that one as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, I've always just been Dan or like variations of Dan.
Yep. Variations of Sompy. That's about it.
Many variations of Riccio now.
I feel like Kumar never really had a nickname until
Kumbabwe.
Until Goombar, I think.
You started that shit, Riccio.
Until I started saying it in the dumbest ways possible.
Yep. And it just kind of like migrated to my name and then your name.
Yeah.
Just
whatever
we think of that day.
Yeah.
Well, no, it all started because whoever fucking submitted "fuck you, Riccio" to that channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason any of these started.
Rocco.
No, it was like
Riccio,
Rico, Riccio. Like those were the only ones he said.
Yeah.
But I don't know where Rocco came from.
That was me.
No, Skia needs to say it as well.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you guys both said it without knowing, and then it just joined into like some garbage melding.
So they independently started calling you Rocco.
Yeah.
I was wanting an Italian Rocco, buddy.
Oh God. Anyways, moving on. Grueling says,
just call him Fat Tony.
No.
Hey, Fat Tony.
Grueling says,
my meatball sub.
It seems only fitting. What are your top 5 rage-inducing games?
Watching Riccio trying to finish up a podcast.
Number 1,
Actually,
Castlevania.
Riccio, I think you should go first.
I don't know. Number 1, Castlevania. Number 2, let's say currently Viva Pinata. 3 would have to.
Sly
3,
Cooper.
Sly. Sly 2, was it? That I fucking exploded on? And then, like, let's say, I want to be the guy. And.
It's just the one with the flying thing at the end. Sly.
Yeah, that's Sly 2, I think.
2?
Yeah.
That's the one.
And there's another game that I used to play where I don't remember what it was.
It's like Super Meat Boy, V.
Well, the ones that are actually supposed to be rage-inducing.
Assassin's Creed 3.
There was one,
I don't know,
but the Assassin's Creed 3 I'd say would count. But like the ones that are actually supposed to be, well, okay, I want to be the guy who's supposed to be rage-inducing. There was one game that I used to play that pissed me off to the point where like I would die and I just had to punch something, and every time it would just be like, I don't want to hit a monitor, don't want to hit anything that's important, and my leg, and it'd be like, oh, regret, so much regret, and then just
so much regret.
Metroid
Tony
Fusion.
Pepperoni.
I had a hard time with that
Tony
game.
Pepperoni. Riccio
Fusion.
Yeah,
Tony.
Tony Pepperoni.
Oh, there's something on a handheld that I used to play that used to make me throw my
fucking
Metroid
Looney
Fusion.
Tunes for the Game Boy.
Guacamelee.
That fucking thing pissed
Maybe
me
it was
off.
Metroid Fusion. There's
I was
something on the Game
Guacamelee
Boy
a rage one
Advance
for
that
you,
made me throw my I would.
The final boss of Metroid Fusion is the most.
But I would always
bullshit
spike
piece
the
of shit.
Vita. Has anybody ever done that? Where you spike the Vita?
Well, you have to do the rolling thing in the air to hurt him. You can't.
No. But I mean, like,
Stupid
have you ever
sacks.
gotten pissed at a handheld and like spiked it, but only on a bed or something that you know that it kind of bounces back up? And you're like, yeah, that looked cool, and you just keep doing it. No,
No, I treat my stuff with respect.
I do until I'm pissed. Oh,
Tony
fucking
Pepperoni.
Uncharted 3, 2, whatever. Fuck
you.
that game, man.
I think I only have one.
Go for it.
Spelunky.
Okay.
Yeah,
Spelunky
all right.
is
That's,
so incredibly rage-inducing, you have no idea.
that's pissed me
I don't
off.
get to rage in that, so I quit fast enough. I'm like, fuck it.
Kumar only has one because he's a god among gamers.
This is false.
Dragon's Crown made me pissed. I don't remember why.
Was that because of the
Probably
crazy
something
lag
to do with the frame
It
rate.
actually had something to do with the frame rate. So I think I was dying because I was like, fucking game. Like I didn't.
If you count all the games you get frustrated with because of the frame rate, though, this list would would reach the moon.
Shadow of the Colossus was a garbage frame rate game, and fuck, that game was amazing. Oh my god, the game was amazing.
Wait,
that game actually made me pissed.
You mean on the PS2 though, or the
on
HD
the PS2
one?
when I played it? The HD one's fine, perfect.
I still want to actually try the HD one.
Oh man,
It was free. Cheap or was it free?
It was free, and then the next week was Ico, so you got like both of the games. But anyway, yeah, that's all I can think of. That's a weird top 5. I know there's probably other ones. Excuse me, what was that?
You said what's Ico?
Ico, Eco. I don't know actually. I say Ico. I know people say Eco too as well though.
I would like Eco and Shadow of the Colossus. That's
fucking Zombie U when you just be swiping and one of them had a fucking grenade on it, you just die. I was like, why do you do this? Why Vita? And then you just want to snap it, but then you realize if you snap your fucking thing, there's no way to go back, so you're fucked. Fuck you, Wii U. Oh yeah, Wii U had some crazy. Nintendo has some crazy shit going on in the news that I didn't even really follow. Like, man, a family that has been funding them. Yeah, it was like, oh man, like we are fucking out. We're selling our shares, and then Nintendo had to buy them back for $1.5 billion or something.
I'm really glad that that family did that.
Cash,
yeah, but Nintendo must be like, what the fuck? I heard that they're now talking about making their next handheld be a kind of like cross of like, hey, improve on the Wii U. So that Wii U things can be played on it, let's say, and then like whatever the hell it's going to be is also going to be a handheld that you can kind of play both things. So that games are kind of on everything or some sort of weird thing. But it sounds like they're at least finally doing change, so fucking thank God, and I can't wait to see
They're going to have a handheld classified as a console.
There you go. Boom.
Vita style.
They're also talking about mergers and acquisitions too, though.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
So who knows what the hell they're going to do.
It's going to be crazy. It's a weird time for Nintendo. Can't wait to see what happens. At Skinned M says, why does Riccio hate legitimately good games?
Because of the frame rate.
Yeah, that'll be a good reason.
Something we've been wondering ourselves.
Because of the frame rate. I actually don't hate that many games. I'll complain about them, but I don't
hit 60.
No. But legitimately speaking, though, I won't actually hate.
Piece of shit.
You know what? Order's done. I'm gonna cancel that pre-order now. No, a lot of games don't actually piss me off that much. Lords of Shadow hit something inside of me that it's as if they directed everything at me and they poked it. They just kept being like, hey, you getting angry? Hey, you getting angry?
Hey, Riccio, you know how you solved that puzzle that made you fucking quit and uninstall the game?
Throw a dagger across the room.
Throw a dagger across the room.
A lit on fire dagger across the room. I don't even know if I had fucking dark magic at that point. Great. What if? I hate that game. Anyway, whatever. Moving on. No, screw you, Skid. No, I'm kidding. I had my elbow. At Bronwyn Faith says, what do you guys think about the lack of backwards compatibility on current gen? Would you pay to stream games you already own?
I wouldn't.
No.
And I can't say I really even care about the. I can't say I care about the non-existent backwards compatibility kind of thing. Just because the way I see it is, you don't buy new consoles to play old games.
Yeah, that's true.
If I really want to play an older game, I'll bust out the console itself and I'll play it.
I think it's
a good idea. I can see the value of why someone would want to be able to stream it, but
yeah,
for me, I can't justify it.
I think last gen it was a thing because the way internet compatibility on consoles was evolving made it a weird thing to kind of move up in the consoles with. But now that it's like there are so many Xbox 360s and PS3s out there, you know, they don't have to worry about it because you can still go to a store and buy an Xbox or a PS3 and those consoles are still going to work for a long time coming. You're ridiculous, Riccio. Like, what are you doing right now?
What did he do?
Fucking pictures of me. He's just obsessed with clicking them on and off.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, I don't think it's that important anymore. I know there's going to be vocal complainers, but
I think the only reason it sucks nowadays is because you kind of people who played the PS3 and are moving on to the PS4 now. If people traded them in or something, or they unplugged it,
that's true. The trade-in thing kind of sucks because it's.
But what I was going to say is more that even if you traded in and say you don't have your PS3 hooked up, or you don't have it anymore, or maybe you just went straight to PS4, you kind of have PlayStation Plus, and you keep seeing like, oh man, look at this sweet ass free shit you're getting on PS3. Look at that sweet shit. It's like, oh man, I wish I.
For some people, yeah, the PS3 right now because there's not much coming out for the 4.
Or if you just swap from 360, you're like, man, I could have tried these games. Oh, now I have to go buy a PS3. That kind of sucks, but also, yeah, like you're saying, if you're buying an next-gen system, it's kind of cool to kind of.
I think you do bring up a good point because with GameStop controlling like a ton of the like market, I guess, and encouraging people to trade in their old consoles, I think that might actually be a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's just that's something that you do when a new console comes out is trade in the old one and get the new one. But a lot of people have not. Maybe
Yeah.
I feel like actually
this generation is not moving quickly.
No,
It's here, but
it's definitely not selling it out right away.
there's like a game a month coming out for the PS4.
Pretty much.
If
Less
that.
than that on the one.
Yeah.
Like
It's off to a fast start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
February's gonna be good. Thief and Modern Warfare Zombie pizza plants. Pizza plants.
Modern Warfare pizza plans.
I don't understand
think,
how.
Are we done
He
here?
means Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare.
Are we done here?
Well, we have a podcast name at least.
Yeah.
It took this long, but
Great.
Modern Warfare Pizza Plants is the name of this podcast.
I think it'd be really cool if there was
Thanks for listening.
backwards compatibility stuff on the current gen consoles. It'd just be awesome. It sucks that it's not there, but it's not the end of the world. Come a year from now when there's gonna be a lot of games out, it won't
I
matter.
like the PlayStation Now stuff is going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's
that's going to add that in.
Yeah, exactly.
The dream scenario for PlayStation Now is, hey, any game you own digitally,
Boom.
just stream it.
Boom.
That would be
Boom.
that's the proper thing to do, right?
Oh,
And apparently they're
can
working
you
on.
imagine all of the PS3 games that I've gotten through Plus so far?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But apparently they're working on PlayStation 1 games and PlayStation 2 games to be emulatable somehow on as the download versions like they
Be
were
great.
on the PS3.
And
Get
the
those to
Vita.
work. Yeah, that'd be pretty
If
cool.
you have to pay like, hey, this is an extra $5 a month or whatever, or like another $50 a year or something like that.
I totally get it.
Yeah, that would be like a, if I could safely put away my PS3 because of this, because all the games I'm going to play on my PS3 are stuff I'm getting through Plus or digitally anyways.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
I'll pay $50 a year just to have it all on one thing.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
There's one more question, isn't there?
Yep, there's one more. Well, there's two more. Sweet Tooth says, for a podcast, what is the most horrifying real-world object creature you know of and why? For me, it's quasars. What is a quasar? So this is the space thing.
Is it actually?
He says a quasar. No, he said for Sweet Tooth, it's
for
a
him.
quasar.
For him.
Yeah, quasar is a crazy planet thing. What is it? A quasi-stellar
Some
radio
sort of
source.
bug that eats your flesh like fire ants or something. I don't know.
A shaved bear.
What?
They look
like a
terrifying.
man bear? Or
No,
like
like an actual black bear shaved. Look up, Google it.
Sounds frightening.
Someone's breathing heavily.
It's me.
It's okay. Whoa!
Oh my god!
You know what else I heard is really fucked up? A shaved raccoon.
That sounds strange.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah, the bear is definitely the stuff of nightmares.
I told you.
Wow, though.
It is.
This is what a shaved black bear looks like.
Yeah, man. Shit, it's not.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's dead. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this going. That makes me sad.
This is
That's a dark path.
So
super quick. Those were like images 7, 8, and 9. Like,
Should I wrap this shit up?
What real
There's
world
one more
object?
question.
I would say anything knife related. I'm just gonna say that. Any real. If you approach me with a knife, I'm scared. I don't like knives.
What happens if I slowly
Actually,
push the knife?
I can almost
into
vouch for that because remember when I threatened you with that little hair shaving thing?
Yeah, I was scared.
You were worried about that thing.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, no, I don't like any sharp objects. You can
slowly being pushed into your body?
hey, Richard, do you want to talk about that fucking bus incident that happened to you real quick?
I'd like for you guys to bring something up for a second so I can kneel down and blow my nose here real quick.
Which is blowing his nose.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
He's gonna be pushing something slowly into his body. You just ruined the whole podcast.
Pushing a pogo up his butthole.
Just slowly entering his skin, just pushing through. It's going to
I
some
don't
weird
like
places.
bugs.
Is something going in my butthole? What are you explaining, Devin?
He's stabbing you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Much like what probably happened to that bus driver.
So I was on a bus, and then I was, listening to a podcast. It's probably either the Best Friends cast or something. I don't know. I was just listening to it. And then suddenly the bus has stopped. I'm like, this bus hasn't gone here somewhere for a while. And then I realized that, I lower the podcast. I was hearing, people talking. And then I lowered it. I'm like, that's not talking. That's yelling. So I kind of just, look around a little bit. And I hear the bus driver, yelling at some chick, being like, "Yo, get the fuck out of my face! Get the fuck out of my face!"
How old is this girl, and how old is the bus driver?
I don't know. I saw the bus driver was like maybe 40s or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I never saw the girl. And then just hearing it, I'm like, what the fuck? That's weird. Okay, it's probably just someone who tried to get on the bus or whatever. Something happened. So I'm like, whatever. And then I just see the bus driver get off the bus, and I'm still hearing yelling. And then I kind of take my headphones off, and you're just hearing them yell, like getting farther and farther. And then suddenly you don't hear yelling anymore. And then it's just like, okay, so I guess he's coming back. And then we're just waiting. And like the bus just is not going anywhere.
How many people are on this bus?
There's like probably 50 of us. And then like somebody gets up in the back, and they kind of walk up because I don't know, maybe he didn't see the bus driver never came back, and he kind of goes in front. And he's like, and you see him like lean out the front and kind of like look outside, like. And he just looks really shocked. And other people are getting up and looking like, yo, where the fuck is the bus driver? And then we're not hearing the chick. We're not hearing the dude. We're just like waiting. And like 10, 15 minutes go by. And like people are just like, what the fuck is happening? All the doors in the bus are open. So it's like cold as shit. So people are just like getting out like, yo, fuck this. Like whatever. I'm going to be like, people are calling like, man, I'm going to be late for work. Like no one cares that anything's happening. I don't know what the fuck happened. Some like bus, like from the bus company comes like a security officer comes by, and he just comes in. And then like flags down another bus to come pick us up, and then we leave. And we're just like,
that's fucking
what the
so
fuck happened?
sketchy.
Like we left. We're just like,
can you
what?
Google OC Transpo and then hit news?
I don't know. It was just this
I want to
creepy-
see if they reported on this weird thing yet. This was like what, like 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Just hit news. No, news right
Oh,
there.
news.
Just OC Transpo. Don't put specifics.
No.
No.
Anything come up?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So I don't know what happened. My guess is that the chick would have like walked off and like injured herself, and then he called, because no one called. People were calling people, but I don't think anybody knows the security hotline to get to the fucking OC Transpo people, and that thing arrived pretty fast. So I'm pretty sure like something happened where like, okay, we got to call her because she like fell or something, or something happened and he had to stay with her because I don't know, but
Maybe she tried to stab him.
I don't know. It was weird. It was the weirdest shit ever. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to the final question. Do we all say something we're afraid of? I don't like knives. Dan, you don't like bugs that eat your flesh and shit. Devin, I don't know what you
Just
Cave
any
black
sort of
bear.
weird,
Black bear.
small, dangerous bug.
Like that bug that myself and Riccio encountered?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
The friggin' assassin bug or whatever it is?
That was weird. Yeah. Kumar, what about you? What are you afraid of?
I don't like scary things, man. Scary things
Well,
just bother
okay,
me.
you know what? That's a fucking cop out. What are you afraid of?
The guy in Outlast. I don't like giant flipping spiders.
Oh man, yeah.
Can't say I'm
spiders
afraid
are-
of them. It's something that I would murder very quickly.
Fuck spiders, man. Kumar, can I tell you something about Outlast?
What?
Outlast has a difficulty mode called Insane, which has Dead Space 2's fun to it, where no saves.
Oh, where if you die, you're just
no
done.
checkpoints, you die, it's over.
Jeez.
I think it saves maybe. Maybe it has checkpoints.
Is this unlocked from the start?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
I chose it. I was
that's
like,
what
oh,
Kumar's
insane,
playing it
cool.
on.
And then I was like, it's like, are you sure you want to do this? Because if you die, it's over. I'm like, no. So,
Thanks, warning message.
yeah.
Watching my back.
But anyways, yeah, there's that. And then Sweet Tooth's final question. Could each of you recommend any headphones or headsets? From what I'm hearing, if you're looking for something like quote unquote cheap but super fucking awesome, Logitech seems to be the way to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Siberia's is what I've got.
Are those the
I
ones that
own
light up
pieces
on the
of
side?
shit,
Yeah,
so-
I've got the Diablo 3 Siberia's, and they're really
that-
comfortable.
Is that a Logitech branded headset?
Siberia's? No, they're
Yeah.
Steel Series.
Oh, okay.
I'd say Astro's really good. They're very expensive though, so maybe not worth it.
I feel like they're overpriced.
They're very overpriced. They work pretty good though. I like them. Mine have lasted like 3 or 4 years now, so no, 2010. So yeah, 4 years now. Actually, I would have bought it in that 3.5. I don't know. Anyway, they've lasted for a while, so I'm pretty happy with it. But if I buy another one, it's definitely not going to be Astros. So yeah. What was the ones that Jake bought? It was like Logitech G320,
G770s, I think, something like that.
Yeah, pretty good. So
They're their flagship wireless headset, and they're pretty intense.
I don't believe this Jake exists.
Shanghai also
never
wants to
seen
know.
Yeah,
guys can
we
make it
actually
up.
went to school with him.
Shanghai also wants to know if you could have, excuse me, if you could have a GIF If you could be made into a GIF, what would it be?
Shooting guns into the air.
Dan,
I lived it.
We made into a GIF.
Devin shooting guns in the air. We have Dan over there. I'd love to have me. I'd love a deal with it one, which I think I got, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, you got to deal with it one.
I don't remember if I have it somewhere. Maybe I have it somewhere.
Riccio, you've already made fantastic GIFs for us.
Yeah, I guess I haven't.
What did you?
Oh my god! You haven't had any of those recently. Where are they?
Oh yeah, did I ever show you this one?
I need more of those.
You know what? Fuck you too.
From Castlevania.
But I know I have it.
Is that the moment when you realized it was a coding thing?
Yeah.
Is that the very moment?
Jesus Christ.
But I don't know. I'm pretty sure I had to deal with it one, but some point I don't know.
Oh god, the puns. I like that one. Do you still have that somewhere? Where you're like on fire.
Oh, it's probably somewhere else. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, the test when we were doing everybody for the marathon. Cool. Anyway, that's it for questions. Yeah, I love a deal with it. Actually, no, I like a deal with a GIF. Dan, you had yours tonight with your crazy things going on the top right. Devin, you said guns blazing. Kumar, GIF?
I don't know. Probably pitching a game out the window or something like we've been talking about.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Can I suggest one for you, Kumar?
GoPerformance.com.
I want you to be the Antonio Banderas one, but you're just sitting there and you kind of lean in and it goes platinum unlocked and you go.
Oh,
like
like
you do that. You do like that face like
Assassins.
Yeah, like you just got the platinum. So I.
Have you? By the way, have you guys actually seen that movie?
No, I want to see it though.
Oh my god, man. Okay, I'll put it in the box of holding. You need to watch that.
Yeah,
movie.
you need to share that with me.
Thing, whatever. The one that thing.
Assassins is the movie that's from.
No, it's when he sits down. He kind of like arranges his laptop and he goes.
Yeah,
and he
okay.
sees it and he
That's whatever the movie is that's from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would love to see that.
I'm shocked that you guys haven't seen it.
All right, we good?
Kumar
You
sent it.
missed a question apparently.
The fuck you too was the J4 play one, but yeah, I could probably load that one into the. Oh no, it's gonna be Devin. Do you want to get us out of here?
So if you guys are listening
There's a
to us
question,
on
motherfuckers.
iTunes,
Where?
Shanghai repeated F and Karma.
Oh, sorry, F cover. What franchise would you guys like to see make a comeback, if anything?
Rogue Squadron.
Call of Duty.
Hashtag Riccio the Mumbler, Rococo 1118 Marbles Quick Bujibo. Blur.
Snowboarding game, but like
don't worry, Sledgehammer will get right on that.
like I want a snowboarding game that's not ultra realistic, like 1080 or Twisted Edge.
Did they fucking make SSX?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was just like a racing down the hill. Like I'm talking like open world mountain, but crazy. Not
There's an open
Shaun
world
White
Steam.
shit.
There's an open world Steam snowboard game that's apparently pretty good that you should probably check out.
Your fucking face in that picture.
I was so done with.
That's it. That's the moment when you realized you're deleting this game.
That's whenever like the gate closed. Like, okay, I think what happened if you guys, there's a clip out that I'll probably try to upload to the YouTube, but if not, check the Twitch channel. Where the gate closes, and it's me clicking like, this shit isn't even on a timer. It's just the game being fucking stupid. And then I have that one last try where I tested it.
It was so good. It was
Yeah.
it was like
And
you
it-
could not have done it
And
faster.
it closes on my dude, and then I'm just like, you know what, game?
Fuck you too.
And it's just like a quick like Alt F4, and the game closes instantly. I'm like, perfect. You're getting the fuck off my goddamn computer.
So
Yeah.
if you guys are listening to us on iTunes, because we're gonna have the blog
Wait,
up.
which game would you like a franchise? Sorry,
You
Blur.
said Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You?
I said Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron? Kumar?
I'd say like GoldenEye or one of those Bond games. There's the Bond bringing Bond back to its glory days. I think would be awesome.
That'd be good.
Cool. Awesome.
Treyarch would get right on that.
Yep. That
man,
racing
they,
game.
The one that they made, like GoldenEye Reloaded, was actually fantastic.
Can we make that a hashtag? Hashtag Treyarch get on that?
Yeah.
Or hashtag Sledgehammer get on that?
So we're gonna
Just,
try this
shitty
third and final
revival.
time. If
Woo!
anybody cuts me off, I swear to God, I'm leaving.
Wait, Devin. Tell us more about the end.
If you guys are listening to us on iTunes, because hopefully the WordPress blog site is up and operational with RSS feeds, if Riccio gets on that shit.
Will I be making more pictures for that one? Or no?
Yes. You don't have to put pictures if you don't want to.
You
but
can just use your face right there. You
Yeah.
know what? Fuck you too. That's our new logo.
pictures?
That's the new Unity logo.
Just put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
I've never seen my face in such a disagreeable, like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, if you piss me off
That's why I think it's so funny.
If you guys-
because I've never seen you that pissed off.
if you guys
So if
ever
you
see
guys
me
are
in
tuning
person,
in-
The
and
on
game's
iTunes.
dead to you now.
Make sure you come check us out on
But if
You
you're
did everything
YouTube.
you could to kill that game.
And
But if
we've
you-
got some great videos there. We're
if you
gonna
see me in
hopefully
person
have
with
some
that
new
face-
content
It's so
coming
random.
up soon.
it's over.
Because, you know, we're hoping to get that up and
Don't pull out a
operational
knife, though.
after we're done school. But, you know, come check out our podcast. We normally start filming at some fucking retardedly god-awful time.
365-day challenge, twitch.tv/.
So if you guys
GoForFrame.com.
if you guys didn't catch any of that, Riccio is doing a 824 day stream.
Whoa! Straight? Am I allowed to die in the middle of this?
He's going to be going for about 2.5 years. Actually, no, he's
Only allowed to play Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
Oh.
actually.
Somebody said that if I beat that, they'll buy me a chair. I don't want to fucking play it.
So, actually, Riccio.
You're literally offered money just now.
So, Riccio is actually doing a 365-day streaming challenge. He is currently on day 6 as of recording of this. If you are watching this tomorrow, if he can fucking upload it correctly, because Riccio is slightly retarded when it comes to the YouTube uploading.
YouTubers.
This will be the 7th day that you were watching it. You can come tune in. He is normally starting at around 8 o'clock Eastern, but not actually. I think it's 9 o'clock Eastern, closer to maybe 10 o'clock Eastern, maybe 11 o'clock Eastern. It's sometime between the hours of 9 and 12 Eastern, Monday to Friday. On the weekends, he does some other times. I don't normally know when, to be honest with you. If you guys are tuning in now, make sure you go back and watch the rest or listen to the rest of the podcast. If not, good on you. You made it this far. I am fucking tired, and Riccio's doing some crazy shit with the podcast. So thank you guys for tuning in. I have been Somppi. In the middle is Riccio. Over to my far left, which is right on the screen, is Dan. And on the Skypes, we've got Kumbabwe. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Take care, everyone.
See you later, guys. Have a great night.
Take care.
Bye.